Ah, and welcome, chums. Just waiting for a few more people to turn up, and then we are good to go. Having a bit of an earlier stream today, running 5 till 8 instead of the usual 8 till super late. So got two of the chaps here now, just waiting on everyone else, and then we are good to go. So you can just enjoy us chatting bollocks while we get started. Yeah, Virgin were having super issues, weren't they?
Baseball cap crew.
I've got my new webcam come from all the way from China.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely not stealing all of my data and information. It didn't come with any instructions. It was just the webcam and a cable.
I'm just waiting for a
Did you plug it in and
few
it
of
worked?
the other guys to turn up, and
what you
then
need,
we're good
isn't
to
it?
go.
That's all I need.
Having
It's
an
fine.
earlier stream today
I'm
as
not worrying
opposed
too much
to
about
a
it.
late one, so we shall see how it goes.
I'm worrying the appropriate amount.
I couldn't find anything that really controls the webcam settings very well, other than Skype. So if you have Skype installed, you can go while it's streaming on here. You can go to your webcam settings on Skype, click Advanced, and anything you change on there will change on here. So if I change, my exposure's on auto. If I turn auto exposure off now
On
it should go to
Skype?
normal.
Yeah.
So open Skype up. It has to be the installed Skype, not like the weird crappy one that came with Windows.
Oh, I need to install Skype. I got the crappy. Oh well.
But yeah, so I can through the settings on Skype, I can zoom in. Look at me. Hello. Zoom.
Wow, look at that beard. I thought you shaved it.
I did. This is my stubble. This is like a stubbly bit.
It's super stubbly.
Super stuff.
I can't grow a beard. When he put all of my stats into height and strength, and none of it into beard.
You've got that item though, right? In the
Dwarf
game.
item. It doesn't work in real life.
Does it not? There's blurred lines.
Indeed. I've turned auto exposure off because it
washes you out.
Well, it goes mental as well with when the screen changes brightness.
Yeah.
It tries to maintain it. So now it's just we've turned the big whiteness off. It's now a bit darker. If I have auto exposure on it, it goes fucking mental. Probably needed. I mean, the webcams are fucking 10 years old. I think the one I sent to Mo was a good webcam 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it does the job. Shows my face. So sorry, did you want to keep the zombie or the skelly, Bob?
Oh, let me have a look.
Yeah, I've changed the description of your book so you can raise one or the other once per day.
Is that midnight to midnight, or is that 24 hours since the last?
It's resets at midnight.
Okay.
Is your do us a favor, tap your webcam, DG. Yeah, your sound is using the mic on your webcam. You need to go onto Discord and change it to your headset.
Sadly, we can't sub yet, Mr. Joe. Need more followers.
No.
Just a few more.
Is this any better?
Yeah, I think so. Tap your webcam again. Yeah, it's not coming from your webcam
I think we need about 15 followers. About 15 more, I believe.
Yeah, that's it. It's tapping your mic, tapping you.
And then we can do bitties and subs and everything.
Nice. First need to get because me and Kat both have Amazon Prime, so
you both have Prime.
We both have it just because that's what she wanted, and I didn't want to have that battle.
You know, Prime's family, right? You get 5 people in the same house on one thing.
Yeah, don't. Shh. It's not my fight. But it means that we can both put you on, Mo.
Ah, nice.
That's like how... I don't know how much you get for primage nowadays.
I'm not too sure. I need to set all that up as soon as I get affiliate. I'll be able to give him my money deets and start making some monies.
Alright.
Because
I've made my decision.
Keep on rolling, baby.
you've kept the Skelly Bob.
Skeleton, yeah, I'll be back in a second.
Ah, I can see a wild gamoof.
Yeah,
Hey, buddy.
and I was not the last one.
Me?
Yeah. Kind of.
Kind of.
Yeah, I didn't hear everything you said, but I heard some of the words you said.
Oh, okay.
I can hear you better now.
What kind of words did you say? Were they nice words?
It's all fuck and piss and shit and poop.
Wow.
Very
Good
nice.
job, the stream's got a mature audience.
Mature.
It
Oh,
does.
yeah.
I think my mate Matthew, who's watching the streams, ignored that because he's got his kiddie on his knee and he's watching the stream.
Oh.
It
Wow,
attracts
Wilkins.
nothing.
Breaking the
Yes.
terms and service.
DG, you breathe on your mic again. You know.
Dirty mic breather.
It's
Jesus.
not my fault.
It is. You're the one breathing on the mic.
Alright. You've
Ah,
got.
DG,
fair dues.
Are you in
Matthew,
Harry
fair
Potter's
dues.
cupboard today?
Oh, yeah.
It just does. The webcam looks brighter.
It's a new webcam.
You just don't look as much like you're in a dungeon.
Is it coronavirus free?
It's got a little air filter.
Not sure about that right now.
Ooh.
So, what are we waiting on? We're waiting on
The
Mr. Jerome.
old wonders.
Wonders.
Dream, yeah. The schlong. It's just messaged that he's powering on, so.
Nice, nice. Got my glass tankard with some orange juice in it.
I
See
also have
fancy.
a glass tankard but with
Oh,
some
wow, it's
black
nice.
currant in.
It's very similar. It looks like it might be the same.
Mine's a Heineken one.
Not from IKEA.
No,
Heineken glass
I'm
tankard.
on the wrong mic. I need to look on the other webcam.
I
Is it-
stole mine from Amsterdam when I was there when I was 17.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
This is
class.
a.
You're going to
This
get caught
is
now. Just put
generic.
this out to the world.
That was a long time ago. It's fine.
Yeah, Amsterdam wants their glasses back.
I don't know. I have this weird glass. Well, I don't know where it came. I actually don't know where it came from. I think I probably stole it from a pub when I was pissed.
Look at the bottom, Joe.
fantastic.
It'll tell you like that.
I'm not looking at
Nice try.
It's got like a nice floral patterny thing on it. Can I look? Look at the bottom.
Oh, wow.
It's all.
The IKEA
Weird.
tankards,
I don't know where it,
are they the way forward?
I don't know how I acquired it, but it's my favourite glass. Although I do have my one that makes beer taste like cow.
Mm.
Cow.
Yeah.
I use it for storing pennies in now.
Why do we have a skeleton with us now?
I've got a skeleton buddy.
What, instead of the zombie?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, the zombie died, and then he used one of the auger corpses to then resurrect as a skelly bob.
Can we put like a little green dot on him so we know he's our friendly one?
Yes, if you want a green dot on him.
Friendly! Green is friendly, right? Or poison.
I've done it.
Right, what are we doing? We're saying. Where are we going?
Maybe I'll put.
Let's wait for Jerome still.
Yeah, still waiting on.
While we're in this area,
Jerome.
could I pick up the axe of returning because I dropped that
He's learning.
You sure
Yeah,
can.
He's learning.
somewhere.
I thought he picked it up, he took damage from it.
It hit him, and then he didn't pick it up. It then charged off. You don't automatically
did.
pick it up because it like slams into your hand or whatever as you miss the catch.
I remembered that after the session. I was like, oh, better get that before we leave. Also, the other thing I want to do, guys, because we branded all of the dead ogres, I want to drag them all out onto the road and block off the road so that people know the fist defeated these creatures and they have to move them out the way.
How far away are we from the road?
I wouldn't block the road. That makes us like douchebags. But we could put them next to the road. With, like,
But that guy was like, "Who's the fist?" And they'll have to stop, move the creatures out of the way.
Why do we hang them from the trees that a lot by the side of the road?
Yeah,
there's only two anyway, isn't there? Because one of them is now following us around as Straz's.
Yeah, as long as people know that
the
there's.
ogre mage has got 3 heads, so if you got to hang all 3 heads.
Oh, interesting. That's going to take some some knot work.
Also, we got to get some rope, and we can't use our super rope, can we?
Yeah.
Well, we can because it's the only you need to know the special magic word.
Yeah.
Mr. Mo,
Yes.
if we make a length of rope and then cut stuff off, do we still get to keep our extendo rope?
You can decide which part is the magical bit. So if you cut it off, it turns into you've still got your extendy rope, and then the other bit just turns into normal rope.
Okay, so we'll cut it, and then we'll say multipass. Whichever one gets longer is the one we keep.
Also, little moneymaker. Why don't we
Open up a rope emporium?
Just a rope, cut in, and then we'll sell reels of rope, a gold a piece. And it's just time consuming.
Yeah.
To be honest, yeah, that could be a good earner.
Yeah, that's fine because my zombies don't sleep, and they
Okay.
do my commands
That's what they're doing all night then.
all
We'll
night.
sleep.
From adventurers into rope sales people.
1 gold of that'd be, yeah.
Everyone's all about.
That's definitely a loophole, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, if
It
they're
could be a
making
loophole.
rope, then they can't be on.
Loophole.
Yeah, if they're making rope, then they can't be on guard duty.
That's right. Wolf can be on guard duty.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna get loads, so there's gonna be a few.
Oh, is there no limit to how many you can raise?
Did someone fire up Skyrim? What's going on?
I have
I don't
no
know.
limit.
This is my stolen music.
I can hear Skyrim playing.
You can hear Skyrim.
I need to go and Fustos Ra something.
If I end up getting 1,000, they're all gonna have attack each. So it's going to be 1 round of combat, but I'm going to be rolling 1,000 times.
Yeah, and it's going to take all night just for
All
Strazzy's
night.
turn.
And you're just going to sit there waiting. Less fun for you. I've got ideas for that though, don't worry.
What's the why is there a little frogman next to you, Straz?
It's my familiar.
What is it meant? What is
We've
it?
not got any artwork for the familiar yet.
that is the artwork I was given.
Is that what you chose?
That is the artwork for your familiar.
I was
It's
given
ruining
that.
my immersion.
I did not choose it. I was given it.
God.
Right.
How am I supposed to believe that this is all real when Wizard Pepe is there?
Was it that right? I don't know where to find these things, Mo.
Just find an owl PNG.
If you type in owl familiar D&D, I guarantee you're gonna get some weird furry porn come up.
Even better.
It's all gonna be from what's the deviant art. Everywhere, just click on all the deviant art links.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Not OnlyFans.
Yeah, if there's OnlyFans, yeah, I've got to live stream it straight into the chat.
Oh, this
Right.
looks cool.
how about that? That's an owl.
That is an owl.
Would that do?
Yeah, I'll send you what I really want though. I'm going to send it to you on WhatsApp.
what you really want?
Yeah.
That is an actual creature.
Yeah, I know. I typed it in. I typed owl and that popped up.
Was it like Moonkin or something?
No, it's I don't want to say because yeah, you'll find out.
I just typed owl.
Okay, then how about we'll compromise, or you can have a hench owl.
That's fine. I'll take it.
Hench owl.
What
Is,
is that?
is that breaking your immersion, Joe?
Oh, it's an owlbear.
That's an owlbear, yeah.
It's a swowl.
Swole.
Swole owl? Swole owl.
Swowl.
Owl.
Swowl.
Yeah.
Trowl.
Right. How slow
That
is
one,
fucking
mate.
Wonder's,
Yeah, that's really
Wonder's
far.
laptop?
That one that I just brought out.
Yeah, that one will do.
That one.
It looks the most like a familiar to me.
It looks like it's invisible.
The fuck is that?
We're definitely going to leave that behind everywhere we go.
No, because
Or
I'll move it
lose
around.
it. Yeah, but you'll be like, where's the owl? Because it
Alright.
just looks like a mess on the floor. Well, why don't we head back to the road without Wonders? We can go get the horses and stuff without Wonders, right?
Sure can.
Can we go drag the? Who's going to help me drag these bulls?
How big was the big guy? I think that's a you and Mastiff job.
The big guy's about 700 pounds. He's a big un. He'll take some dragging.
Go get one of the Go
what I
get your
do-
war horse.
what
We
I
can
do roll-
magically call your war horse and have that pull it.
I got a
Yeah,
lot-
yeah, I'm happy to do that. As long as you guys don't mind your horses being unattended for a little while.
What do I do to do I just roll strength, do I, for moving this?
Well, if you bring the warhorse, you can manage just to tie it up, and then it'll be slow going, but you can easily. You won't need to do a check. You can just drag the. Is it just the one corpse you're taking, or are you trying to take all of them?
Well, there's only that and the orc, isn't there? Because the other orc's now a skeleton.
Yes, there's one ogre and then the ogre magi.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Are you taking both or just the magi?
How much does the
Taking
normal
both.
ogre weigh?
They're about the same weight, so that'll be 700 apiece.
I say we'd take them both, but we'll help the horse pull.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
Bring all
Yeah, the horse can pull a fair amount in between you all. You can manage to get them the corpses to the road. They've left a nice smear of blood as you've been dragging them through the woods.
nice.
You know, you've exerted yourself a little bit, but you know, not too much.
Do we have any materials for making a little sign, or can we conjure one? Like, what are our options for making a little sign?
Well, Gamulf always has his woodworking tools, so he can quickly knock up a sign, and between you, someone will have some kind of ink or some pigment to make paint.
Yeah, Gamble, can you make us a little sign that we can brand and like a I don't know what's our
Yeah,
slogan?
hang it around their necks.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
Fisted.
yeah, prepare to get fisted.
Be like the realm is
Or just
the realm's a little safer thanks to the fist.
or just fist
Fist what?
deep.
I can't tell what you're
Fist
saying.
deep.
Yeah, fist deep. We've been fist deep in them.
That is not going to be our slogan.
That's not it.
Yeah. I think just fist life. We'll just put the brand and then write the fist next to that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
So then they might
carving
think
into
they're
this.
the fist. Like slain
We've also-
by the fist.
But we've also branded the ogres as well.
Yeah, so they might think
They've got the
that
brand
you
on
know
them.
they might think they're part of your group.
Yeah, I put we little sign and we put slain by the fist and then brand it.
Or yeah, don't mess with the fist.
Just the message: these have been fisted. Fist.
Why? We want people to see this and think, oh, maybe I'll hire the fist. Not, what the fuck are the fist doing? This is a bit weird.
Can
Just
we?
want it so that those
We need a
merchants
marketing
know that we
department
are
like that.
Yeah.
busters.
We need like a PR person.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. It was just because those merchants before were quite rude about us.
What's he rolling for?
That was me. Just ignore that. I clicked the wrong button. That's what Gamulf will have to do to see how good of quality his signs are. Click on his woodcarver's tools in his inventory, and it'll be a dex base if it asks what kind of skill
We could
check.
put compliments of the fist.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, that'll do.
I think I spelled it all right.
Yeah, you spelt it right. It's nice and legible. There's no errors. It's pretty decent signs for the 10-20 minutes it took you to throw it together.
Well done. Yeah, for Gamov. Well done. We're looking quite professional.
So you're just leaving the augers slumped at the side of the road
Yeah, with the sign. Well, no, the sign, whatever, round the neck.
with the sound around the neck. Okay then.
So people can see it and be like, oh.
What the fuck is the fist?
Yeah. But context will develop.
Yes.
And eventually we'll be known as the guys that... It'll probably turn out they were innocent and were like, I don't know, fixing the forest, but... Whoops.
They shot a fireball at me.
Has everyone rested?
No.
No, you can
I
have a
think we
rest.
had a short rest.
You had a short rest after, but not a long rest.
When do the horses need resting next? Mo, how long do we ride for?
If you like, you can get about 10 hours out of a horse as long as you like gallop for a bit and then go steady.
How
Gallop
long will
a
we
bit.
into those 10 hours?
How far? Yeah.
You've probably got about another 4 hours left of travel before
vote-
they need a rest.
I vote we crack on with the horses and then rest when the horses need a rest.
I'd imagine that'll be early evening when we in about 4 hours sort of time. Maybe a bit
Yeah.
long, maybe a bit
Yeah.
later.
Yeah, in around 4
Yeah,
hours
that
it'll be
sounds good.
going dark and it'll be ready for bobos.
Because we didn't burn through that many spells in that, did we?
I've used both my level 2s, but I've got all my level
Same.
1s still.
Mo, so if we're having a short rest, if we've had a short rest, I'm going to use my arcane recovery.
Okie dokie.
Because it rounds up and I'm level 5.
Okay.
I could do a level 3 and a level 2 spell back, I think. Is that right?
Just have to double check what your character thing says.
Let's ask God. Can we
So
do
it's
that
gonna have
voice
a
in my head?
combined level that is equal to or less than half your wizard level.
Rounded up, so that's 3. So it'd be your wizard level rounded
Just
up.
one 3 or...
So you can
Yeah,
do 1,
one-
3, or
Or
like
a 2 and a 1.
a 2 and a 1, yeah.
3 ones.
Ooh.
Oh,
Mathematics.
coming in with the fucking knowledge. Is Wonders alright? Do we need to measure
3.
Wonders? Or we crack on? We just crack on with him.
You said at like 5.
Yeah, he said at 5 + 5, but
On
he's
the
on
way.
the way.
So we can crack on without him, he just won't have any... He just won't get any gold.
That's how it works.
That's how it works. If you're not actually here, you don't get any loot.
Okay, so you're back on the trail then, you've mounted up and you're going to continue on for the last few hours of your horse stamina and before it goes super dark. As you're travelling through the forest, the trail's still, it's like quite a well-made path. It winds here and there, there's lots of sounds coming from the forest, there's nothing majorly that seems to be amiss. However, in the distance you can hear a lot of angry shouting.
Ooh.
Ooh. How far in the distance?
It's probably, there's a big sweeping corner, it's probably around that, so it's about 300-400 meters.
Gamolf, what are you thinking?
Yeah, let me go ahead and take a look. If I go through, like come off the path through the forest and sort of cut the corner through the forest stealthily, I'll roll a stealthy check.
We won't follow this time.
No, you guys hang fire here.
We'll, what's
And
the
I
best way
get-
to signal us if it goes wrong? You could fire one of those fire arrows into the sky.
Send, if you have the familiar, follow.
Well, no, because I've only got a range of 100 feet, and it's 300
Fine.
meters, so that's too far.
Yeah. If shit goes bad, I'll either send Wolf back or I'll fire an arrow.
If
Oh,
you're
see,
taking Wolf with you, you'll need to do a stealth as well.
Is Wolf stealthy?
Yeah, it's not at the point. There's a point where he gets the same as me, but that isn't yet.
Yeah, but not at the moment. No.
Yeah.
If he's going with
No,
you, he'll have to roll his own stealth.
He's pretty clanky with his barding, so I'll leave him with the gang. Because I'm in the forest, do I get advantage on my stealth roll?
Yes, you do. As long as you're not on your horse still. I'm presuming you've dismounted.
I'm holding on to that.
Yeah, I'm.
I didn't think you were trying to stealth your horse
special
through.
need stealth horse.
Okay,
Yeah.
yep. So you practically vanish from sight from the group, even though you can still see them. They can't see you at all.
Mastiff can still smell him.
Cute rangers.
I can tell he's still here. All his
So
guts in his pockets.
So I'm off through the forest, like heading towards that sound stealthily.
Okay, so as you're approaching nice and stealthily, you can hear the shouting getting louder and louder. You can discern about 11 male voices that are sounding quite angry and gruff, and there's one high-pitched, frantic female sounding one. As you get a bit closer, you can see there's about a dozen peasants surrounding a woman that they've got tied to a tree. They seem to be piling little branches and logs at the base of the tree.
You're gonna set her on fire.
The woman is like incoherently just shrieking and screaming, trying to break free, and all the peasants are just piling more wood on. And one of them brandishes a torch and is trying to light it on his tinderbox.
Okay, I'm going to creep right to the edge of the ring of their gathering. Are they on the path? Or are they in the woods?
They are on the path.
Got ya.
So obviously, everyone's like way off the
Yeah,
cliff. And
much further behind.
Yeah, much than the map will allow, and you've kind of. My mouse is frozen, stupid website. You've come in on the right hand side. I'll just have to reload, my mouse is not doing anything. So yeah, you've come in like just above where the tree is and the woman that's tied up.
Oh, okay,
So
kind of where the torch is.
Yeah, where the torch is, you're like in the forest there.
Fine. I'm going to I mean, yeah, I was thinking what would I do sensibly, but then also what would Gamulf do? And Gamulf's just going to take his bow out and he's going to try and shoot the one that's holding the torch from behind the tree, so it's a stealthy bow shot.
Okay, it's the one closest to the tree that has the
This guy.
Yeah, that's got the torch. He hasn't got it lit yet. He's just trying, and everyone else is just piling up more wood.
So is Gamulf with Mastiff, or are they still split?
No, you're still. Gamulf's just on his own. He's the only one who can see this. You're all back round the corner. He's gone off stealth. He's seen this, and then he's deciding to do whatever he's doing now.
So we don't know he's about to engage them.
You do not know.
Right.
He hasn't sent any signal or anything, Matt.
We have no idea.
You might want to let us know you're kicking off before.
Yeah,
No.
I think he probably will.
He's
But
got the element of
normally.
surprise.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He's
doesn't
a
normally
lone
think
wolf.
like that. Yeah, you got it. Wonders, can you hear us? Are you in?
Yeah, I'm tuned in. I'm just zooming out on the map. Sorry, I'm late. Bad news.
No worries. It's probably better that we catch you up before shit goes wild. We've literally just come off the path.
Okay, wonderful. About about 15 enemies. What's?
So,
We don't know they're enemies yet. We know they're peasants.
yeah, so we came up. So where we killed the ogres, we went back to the path, and there was about 4 more hours of daylight. So we've rode along the road, our horses again. Then, just as we're about to set up camp, hear angry voices from around the corner. Gamulf has gone stealthy, check out what's happening, and these peasants are about to burn a woman.
Well, it's clearly not legal. This isn't normal justice. There's no like due process or anything.
How do you know? You've literally just walked around a corner.
So
Who burns a fucking woman on a road?
we are deemed be a witch.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
still do that in like churches and shit, don't they?
So
Like, they do that like, at the church with like a priest and stuff being all like, off to hell, ta-ta. Don't do it on the road. This is clearly vigilantism, which means they need to die.
I mean, I quite like vigilantism. Okay, so having crept right up, I've got a really good shot, but I'm still hidden in the trees, so they don't know I'm there. And I'm going to, with my 2 attacks, my first attack, I'm going to shoot at the guy who's trying to light the torch, his feet. So not trying to hurt him, but just to surprise him. I'm going to take my second shot and fire one of the fire arrows I've got up into the air above me.
Okay.
So I need to roll an attack.
Yep.
Cool.
Just to see,
Good enough.
just to see how accurate you are with your shots. You might end up sticking him in the kneecap. Nope, the arrow goes straight between his legs. The first one where you wanted it to. He's like kind of looking around. They're all looking a bit frantic. They're shouting, "What the fuck was that? What's going on?" They still haven't seen you. And then if you loose your second arrow into the air. So as you loose the second arrow, you speak the command word and it just bursts into a bright flame and goes arcing above their heads. You've definitely got their attention. They all look over to you, and the group can also see the flame arrow arcing roughly where you went into the forest.
I would say Mastiff obviously going to see this, and he'll be like, "Gammov's in the shit. Let's fucking
If
do
you
this."
roll a perception to see if you do notice the arrow. Because obviously, if you'd agreed this was...
that's persuasion, sorry.
And say if you'd agreed that this was the signal, then it'd be easier to spot. But there was no signal agreed.
We did. That's why you got the idea. It was Mastiff's idea. It was
Are you
the
sure?
fire arrow. Yeah, I said you can fire an arrow.
And
Like,
then
one of your fire
and
arrows.
he said no. And then he sauntered off.
This is true.
As I gamble.
That's how it went.
Yeah, Mastiff's like, "No, I used my idea."
Okay, yep.
So
So
my persuasion and perception are the same, aren't they? Oh no, my perception is -1, so knock 1 off my roll, please.
yeah, you don't notice it, but Zavorax does. So you
Look,
have
there's an
your
arrow.
little conversation, and you decide that must be Gamul.
Okay, so before they arrive, as soon as I've shot both of those arrows, I'm going to step out into the road and just ask, what is happening here? Well, I've still got my bow kind of trained on the guy, but I'm not shooting.
Step up right behind Gamble.
Mastiff's
Well, this is
Mastiff's
going to
on
happen
fucking-
before you guys get here, because obviously he shot the arrow.
Yeah,
You're not quite here yet.
Mastiff's at full gallop now. We're hoofing it round the corner.
Yeah, you'll get there
same.
slightly before everyone else because you do move faster. But in the meantime,
We're all on our horses as well.
No, we on a horse, or we
It's
tied them up, haven't we?
it's up to you. But obviously
want
you'll
to-
have to bring Gamul's horse with you if you. But we can
Yeah,
we can sort that out in a second. So as the peasants, the first one steps up and goes, "Well, this be a witch, but we're going to burn her. She's doing all kinds of evil things. We saw her laying in a sexual way with a wolf this morning. There's babies going missing, all kinds of shenanigans." And he points over at a guy and says, "And look there, Dan. You fucking give him warts on his penis and they smell real bad."
That sounds awful for Dan. But
Dan
we're,
looks fucking
you know,
bonkers anyway.
I'll be the judge if she's evil or not. You guys should step back and let me take care of this, or my party will be here in a second, and this will turn very bad for you.
The leader goes, "I don't want no trouble with you, but you see her, she's a bad one, she's a wrong one, and don't you be threatening me with violence. There's more of us than you. You're on your own. You ain't got nothing, archer man." And they all start brandishing pitchforks in your direction.
Which one was the leader?
The one who's been speaking is the one with the torch.
Fine. I'm gonna shoot the bow that I've got trained on him. I'm gonna shoot it to try and knock the torch out of his hand. So not to hurt him, but just to like show that I'm legit.
Okay. Once you've done that, then everyone else will appear on the scene.
Yeah.
Your shot goes slightly wide. It does hit the torch, knocking it out of his hand, but it also pins in his upper arm. So he's now got an arrow sticking out of his arm. If you can roll for damage, please.
That'll learn you, dickhead.
So you guys come rounding the corner as you see there's a peasant with an arrow sticking out of his arm. Lots of other peasants brandishing pitchforks and some half-naked woman tied to a tree.
What the hell's going on, Gamolf?
Just talking, as always. Just having a discussion with these fine chaps. They believe they've caught a witch, and they're about to burn her alive. I arrived, and this guy thought it would be a good idea to start mouthing off. And now
I've heard many people call many people a witch. How do they know she's a witch?
they know nothing. That's why we'll prove it, and we'll take it from here.
She was having
Good
sex
night.
with a wolf. We saw her this morning. That's unnatural. So she's a witch.
Can I roll intimidation for Mastiff, being like, who the fuck threatened Gamolf, and be like waving Bertha around?
You sure can.
Doing that, I'm gonna step up.
There we go, angry Mastiff.
So with that, as you come around yelling around the corner, at least half of them fucking scarper off the road. They've dropped the pitchforks and they've gone.
Well, that was efficient, wasn't it?
Oh, that was. That really was. So I step up to the woman. Hey, so I don't know if you're a witch. I'm a cleric. I'm gonna try something incredibly crazy. I'm gonna throw this holy water on you, and if it burns you, I'm gonna step back and to let these peasants do what you do. I'm a cleric, so yeah.
It's the godly way.
You can trust me.
We haven't even done quality control on the water. It could be fucking like weak acid.
Is that okay? Am I okay to do that, Mo?
Absolutely, you can do what the devil you want. You can throw your holy water on her. So you throw the water on her, it just dribbles down her face is wet, her hair's sopping wet, and nothing happens whatsoever.
Alright, cool. So I step back
one
to
thing-
Gamolf. Gamolf, not a witch, bro. Holy water had no effect on her. To my standards, she's just a normal person that's been caught up in some harlotry.
I can help out with this as well. Let
Yeah.
me.
Let's tell these peasants to leave, and then we can deal with this. I don't think they need to be here for our business. In fact, they're just getting in the way. And let's just make them leave.
Bertha's
And then
getting
you'll-
angry as well.
We'll know what's going on.
There is no evil in your sight.
I agree with Wonders. Not evil.
So you've heard it. You've heard it here. I'm sort of gesturing at the guy with the arrow sticking through his arm. The cleric and the paladin both don't think that she's a witch. That's so. I think I'd like to have a conversation with the lady, but I think it's time for you guys to go home.
Okay, if you make a persuasion check, please. And we shall
Good job, I'm
see.
charismatic AF.
So at that, two more of them kind of look at you and go, I don't want any of this. Dan's on his own with his smelly dick, and they just walk off.
Well,
I'm gonna just say it'd be in the rest of your best interest if you follow your smart friends over there.
Okay, so either roll persuasion or intimidation, whichever one you want. Whether you wanted it to sound aggressive or nice is up to you.
scary gecko.
And all of them, apart from the leader, disappears. Even Dan with his smelly penis is off. So, so that guy's just standing there like, no, she's a witch. She's going to have to die. Even if you have to kill me, I'm going to stab her. And he starts running over with his pitchfork raised above his head, ready to stab her.
Mastiff wants to be loose, Bertha's
yeah,
hungry.
Mastiff.
Yeah, so I
Bertha's
can charge.
got
I'm
its
super
next
fast,
meal.
aren't I? So I'm fast. Can I roll for speeds?
It'll be initiative that everyone will need to roll to see who goes first.
Okay.
Oh, don't get a little snapshot at him.
You do not, because as you were chatting, he then
knew it
just
was
legged
coming.
it. After everyone else had run, he knew something was amiss.
Yeah. We don't want. I don't think we want to kill this guy. I think we want to restrain him. He's got pitchforks.
I think Bertha's hungry.
Yeah, Bertha needs to feed.
Oh, we could.
Yeah,
we could
but
brand
it
him.
might be from like a local village. There might be good stuff to come out of it. I think he's just confused. If he starts going mental, but
I suppose we can ask him.
kill
Ask
him
him whether
straight
he's
We can always
from a
brand
local
him and
area.
send him back.
think about the last time you laid with a crazy woman. You probably thought she was a witch too.
Didn't try and tie her to a tree though, did I?
So it's Wonders up first.
Me to a bed.
Fucking moved in with her.
Up behind the guy and do that. Pull behind his back. Call over. Straz, I got some eyes for you.
What? Some cleric you are.
Wouldn't take the dark turn.
If you do
We've been too long.
a strength check to see if you can manage to grip him.
But you're super strong as well.
Oh yeah, because you got your fucking like
Hench cleric.
hench cleric. Yeah. Ooh.
Nice.
You do not manage to overpower him, so he's not grappled.
Oh, he's got quite a good strength, doesn't he?
That's your turn. That brings us to Straz, who's charged over with his friends.
Should have commanded him.
Yeah.
Got to
How
fight.
far?
he's
How
blind.
far is he away?
Well, you've moved your guy up, so you stood about 5 feet away from him now.
How far away is he from the woman?
He's about 5-10 feet.
So what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna Can I try and intimidate him and then cast a spell if he doesn't do what I tell him to do?
It depends how you're going to intimidate him.
Well, no, maybe not intimidate. Just ask him to leave, or I will destroy him with the power of arcane.
If you're just going to say that, you can do that as a bonus action. Depends whether you wanted to like put some emphasis on your thing with like thaumaturgy or.
I will do. I'll do thaumaturgy, and I could do it with Infernal Legacy. So does that count for anything?
No, it just means that's how you've got thaumaturgy.
Oh, no, that's the Hellish Tribute. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So I'm going to use thaumaturgy to speak to him.
Okay, and what kind of effect are you going to have it doing?
I'm just reading it.
You can like make fire, do some glowing. You can make like the ground for him to feel like the ground shakes.
Louder.
Make your voice super
What I'm
loud.
gonna do, I'm gonna cause a rumble of thunder, and as I'm saying that, I'm going to tell him that this is only a short glimpse of my power. If you do not leave this here right now, I'll send my undead minion to make you a swift end.
Okay, roll a persuasion or intimidation, whichever one you fancy. It could be either. You can see that he's starting to waver. He's quite impressed with the arcane kind of show of force you've put on. He drops his pitchfork, but he does make one final attempt to try and light his torch, which he completely and utterly fails. He then realises he's up shit creek without a paddle, drops everything and tries to leg it. So obviously you can let him go or you can try and stop him. It's all up to you guys.
Can I cast a spell?
You sure can. It's not his turn yet, so he's not legging it as yet.
Can everyone see that?
Command.
So speak one word, creature, and they succeed on a wisdom, and then they have to do a wisdom saving throw. So I'm gonna say, I'm just gonna shout, "Eel!"
He failed his save, so he's going to eel. I'm guessing he said heel with a
I
H.
said no. I said
Or
Neil.
Neil with a K.
How did you guess his name?
Just know those things. And then I want to go over and brandish the brand. And someone wants to hold him. Someone wants to light a fire. I think this guy needs to know what the fist is all about.
Let's talk to him first.
Yeah,
See what he's got to say.
let's not brand a villager.
We're not.
They're gonna think we're bandits.
We're not bandits. Yeah.
Tie him up. Tie him up then.
He's kneeling down.
Can we tie him up with the magic rope?
Multi-pass him.
Okay,
Multipass,
so
multipass.
you've tied him up. The spell has worn off now, so he's no longer kneeling by choice, but obviously he's been tied up, so he's still kneeling.
Okay. Is the woman conscious?
She is, yep.
What's her general reaction to what's been going on? Does she seem relieved?
She's looking rather relieved at the fact she's no longer getting burnt. However, she's still looking a touch concerned, seeing, not knowing you guys and that you've just turned up and started threatening peasants and things. She's grateful, but she's still, unsure of your full motives.
So I'm putting the bow away. I've now drawn a short sword, and I just say to her pleasantly, but there's like an evil glint in my eye. I'm saying, now it's your turn to tell your side of the story, and I kind of gesture that with my sword.
Okay. Yeah, she goes, well, I'm a druid of the moon. I do shapeshift. What they probably saw was me this morning changing from my wolf form to my human form. So they would have seen a wolf and then, me being naked. So they probably thought that I was fucking the wolf, but I swear I wasn't. I was just shapeshifting. I was out hunting. And then next thing I know is I've been surrounded, manhandled to this tree. And yeah, I presume they were going to burn me alive at the stake.
If you were
How's Wolfie
druid-
reacting to this? Because he quite liked the last druid he met.
Wolfie is nonplussed. He's not making any reaction to this druid.
Can I ask, if you're a druid, why don't you shapeshift into a bat or an owl or a raven and fly out of these binds that you're in?
Because I had not had a sleep. I'd been out hunting all night, so I can only use my transformation ability a few times a day.
I check if she's telling the truth about all of this.
Yeah, you can insight her. So she's like,
I
I
know
can't.
if she's truthful as well.
I can't do it anymore.
I've got no idea. She's very difficult to read, guys. She's like,
Well, I definitely know.
She is telling the truth. She is a shape-shifting druid. She's just used up all her abilities until she hasn't had a rest because she's been out hunting.
Alright,
How do you explain the warts on that gentleman's penis?
I'd never touched that gentleman in my life. I'm guessing he was just clutching at straws, trying to justify my murder, as peasants tend to do.
I bet he's probably been cheating on his wife.
Step up behind the tree and start untying the binds and whisper to her, about the holy water thing.
So I thought it was quite refreshing.
It was refreshing. It's giving me a nice glow.
What's your name?
It's Kaleth.
is she? I'm assuming she's naked. Is she?
She's naked. Just because of Twitch terms and conditions, I had to cover her up, but she is naked. Yeah.
Can I aggressively remove the bloke's clothes and give them to her?
He's tied up.
He's tied up, so you'd have to untie him.
All right.
Do we have any spare clothes?
I've got the bear cloak that she could wear.
She's a druid. She
Hand her
might not
that.
want a dead bear all over her.
No, they wear furs.
Do they? Can we ask her opinion on would she want the bear cloak?
Oh,
She's
you
like,
could
well-
offer it up to her.
She's like, well, I'm fine being naked, but if it offends you, then yeah,
Oh no,
I
fine,
could
crack
put a
on.
cloak
I'm
on.
just trying to be civil, but you want to
Okay, so
I mean,
show the assets.
I
Great.
don't live in civilization. These woods are my home. My grove's just
Okay.
a short trek to the southwest from here.
Keyleth, obviously we've got this guy. I think it's only fair that you get to decide what happens to him.
Well, no harm, no foul. Nothing's happened to me apart from a bit of rope burn, but that's nothing new. So
Cool.
if But for
Oh
me,
my.
you know, you could set him free.
Oh.
How do you feel if we brand him first?
You can do what you want to him. I say he hasn't really harmed me, so I bear him no ill will. He's just an uneducated peasant, you know.
Is he
Okay,
paying
with
attention?
with that, can I brand him the buttocks and then slap him with a flat on my blade and be like, "Get out of here."
You
Then
certainly
remove
can.
the rope. Remove the rope.
So the guy screams out in pain as you brand the fist onto his bare ass. Either you untie the rope, then you whack him on the bare ass that's just been branded, and it's super raw and painful. He yelps, he starts running, forgets to pull his pants up, and just goes face first into the dirt. Pulls his pants up, looks behind him, and went, "You'll regret that," and then just charges off into the distance.
Before he charges off, can I use my mage hand to just trip him up again?
You sure can? Yeah. So he stands up, pulls his pants up, starts setting off again, and then you just trip him. He like looks down, he's a bit confused, looks back at you, shakes his head, and then just runs off again.
Don't mess with the fist.
Well, Kenneth, I don't mean to intrude, but we're not far from setting up camp for the evening before we carry on our way to Scrimmage.
I was on my
Is there
way to
anywhere nearby?
Scrimmage.
Is there anywhere nearby that we can rest? That your
Our horses.
Yeah, the horses and make camp. You know these woods well. I'm a man of the forest myself, and I kind of preen myself.
Usually I'd say come to my grove, but there's a bit of an incident there at the moment. So the best place is probably just a little bit to the west. There's a nice little clearing in the forest. There's a little stream. It's quite peaceful. Not many people go there.
What happened
Just
at
like
the grave?
slide in and be like, yeah, incident. Like,
that's why I was actually on the road going to Scrimmage, making my way there. A troll has moved in. He's taken over part of the forest, and I was going to the town to post a bounty to see if someone would come and clear out the troll, and so I
well,
can try and
today's
get.
your lucky day.
Is this an
'Cause
unfriendly troll?
We are the fist, and we would happily take up your bounty.
Oh, wonderful. Well, trolls. She looks over at Wolf and goes, "Well, I presume you have experience with trolls, seeing as you have one of their hounds." But yeah, I've got 750 gold scraped together for the bounty of killing the troll. It's been angering the local population of the owlbears. They seem to be all up in sorts as well. Just general corruption spread by the evil troll. So it'd be wonderful to have it gone, and I can start getting the balance of nature back together in the woods.
Is it just one troll?
As far as I am aware, it is just a troll. I've only seen the one.
Does anybody within our party know anything about trolls?
They're vulnerable to fire, because that's what the druid said about Wolf. So is it
Oh, that's
acid as
true.
well? No, it's fire. So, Straz, it's your time to shine.
Is it acid as well, though?
But that's what Wolf's vulnerable to, but it doesn't necessarily mean that a troll is.
Or hound?
No,
Troll?
but they said that's a troll's wolf. She just said
Okay.
that.
I'm pretty sure
that's what he is. He's a troll hound.
Because you have to with the. I'm pretty sure with the. Was it the druid that said it, or am I using meta knowledge that you have to, once it's down, you have to burn it to finish it? What's that mean?
It
No,
keeps
but that's just
regenerating
again,
health
that's
unless he's been
It's just
burned.
the troll hound, though, so we don't know if the trolls are the same.
The druid
Yeah.
just said about
Well,
the
yeah, but it's,
troll hound
it's-
that it stops its regeneration capabilities if you hit it with fire or acid damage.
Yeah, we don't know anything about trolls, but I like forest bad things. Gamorph's doing this regardless.
Yeah. And
I'm down for
Master's
evil.
just hoping that Bertha likes troll blood.
I've got one other
are-
condition
are-
though.
Trolls
Okay, let's-
related to ogres at all?
They are
Similar.
not. They are
Okay.
not. They are. You can roll a nature check to see if you know anything about trolls.
I've got a pretty good nature.
I'm terrible with nature.
No, I'm alright.
Gamorph's well naturey, look at him.
So yeah, Zavorax, you know that they're not really related to ogres. They're a lot bigger, a lot stronger, a lot meaner. Gamorph knows that yes, they're definitely meaner, stronger, faster. They regenerate themselves. You can cut an arm off, and within a matter of hours, the arm will be back, and the limb that was severed can also then start acting independently. He knows the only way to really kill them is once they are knocked down is to finish them with fire or acid.
Radiant.
Cool. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Well, Keyleth, I think this is something that we can definitely take care of for you. We have urgent business in Scrimmage, but we can make the detour to take care of this for you. But then, will you be able to make sure point us the right direction through the forest if there's any shortcuts or faster ways to get to Scrimmage and sort of help us once we've set the balance of the forest back?
Yeah, absolutely. I know of a nature trail, a game trail that no one really ever uses. You can just about get a horse down it. She looks around. Well, you don't seem to have any wagons, so you should be all right. It'll shave maybe a day off your journey time. So whatever time you spend killing the troll, you'll easily make up when I show you the little trail.
Is this a safe trail?
Left.
Once the troll's been taken care of, yes, it's just generic, creatures that live in the woods, like wolves, things like that. Spiders. As safe as
Cool.
any part of the woods.
We were gonna rest, but so is this a kind of the task we should engage in the morning?
Yeah, I think we should rest up. Keyleth, then you can rest, and then you might be able to help in the fight, maybe as a
Yeah.
spotter, as a bird or something.
She goes, as you've seen, I'm no fighter. I just seek balance in all things. It's not the troll's fault that it's come here. I don't wish it any harm, but it's disrupting the balance. So, my goal is my aid. I don't wish to hurt or see anything be hurt. I
Well,
certainly
we have no
won't
problem
help.
getting blood on our hands.
Can I ask her if she's got anything that might aid us in our fight? Because trolls, as you know, are quite meaty bastards.
Once you set out, I can perhaps cast a spell or on you or so. I don't really have any potions or anything, but I could always.
Anything that'll help us. Bit of defense. Bit of.
Yeah, take a spell. Okay, so shall we go head to the clearing where we can have a rest that you mentioned nearby? Perhaps I'm willing to help keep you warm this evening. It's starting to become a chilly evening. Let's settle there and then let's head over at first light.
Okay, so she leads you off into the woods, into the clearing. There's a nice little stream, a bit of a waterfall. There's like a few trees. There's some mushrooms and things growing nearby. As you're bedding down for the evening, she walks over to Mastiff, runs a hand down his chest and goes, "You're a big boy."
Yes, I am.
Oh, unlucky Gandalf.
She whispers in your ear, "Does that extend to other places?"
Do I have to roll for that?
Well, it's your character. You can decide if you're well endowed or not.
Oh, he's like they call him tripod. He's if anything, it's an encumbrance.
Ah, she's like, wonderful. I've never had a half orc before. You shall be my first. And she saunters off behind some trees and gives you the old "come here" beckoning hand.
Yeah. Well, that is everyone.
Enjoy yourself. Be careful.
I
Catch
follow
any
her
more.
kind
and
of
go and catch
Hiss
some
like a
folk.
snake and just roll over.
I'll nudge Gandalf and be like,
It's a war.
seems like you're losing your game. It's like you have no game when you're not paying for it.
Yeah, fucking druids, man. Okay.
So the night passes without any incidents whatsoever. Joe's Mastiff's totally looking full of life and beans this morning as him and the druid come around the tree. She's like, well, the cave is just a little bit more southwest. It'll take about an hour to get there. You can leave your horses here. I can make sure they're nice and safe. You don't want to be feeding the trolls.
I bring my horse anyway, and can it be an attacking force in the battle?
She's like, yeah, that's fine if you want to put your horse in danger. That's no worries. It is a
If
majestic
his horse dies,
beast.
can you recast it?
Not, yeah. It doesn't die. It just vanishes.
His horse will come back, but obviously your guys' horses will not.
Oh wow.
I'm gonna ask if Wolf. Wolf's gonna stay here with you. Will you keep an eye on Wolf as well?
Absolutely. If you want to leave your little friend here, I can certainly entertain him. And she turns into a wolf and starts chasing him around the field, like the open glen.
Wolf is loving life.
Awesome.
Whoa! I thought she was going to cast something on me.
She then looks over at you, turns back into the naked woman, casts bless on everyone in the party, and then resumes being a wolf and legging it after Wolf.
Nice.
Nice.
Blessed by somebody else.
Yeah. That saves you of a spell.
Yes,
She
it
just
does.
she just kind of looks at you and shrugs. She's a forgetful druid.
Right. Cool. So we're all blessed.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, as was the plan before. Once we get closer to the thing, I'll go stealth and go close and try and see what's going on. And if I stay at the front, we can't be surprised when I'm at the front.
That's when you're in the woods.
Oh, is this thing not a woods?
You are
Okay, now.
you're approaching a cave that the druid told you about, and you just go inside the cave. There's a very, very strong smell in the cave. It's hard to place, like sweat, blood, massive piles of shit. It's not a pleasant smell.
I have night
Okay.
vision here, don't I?
Yeah, dark vision. I think most of us have.
I haven't got
So-
dark vision.
Before we go in, guys, I can cast the bed of thorns again in front of us, so the attacks have to come to us, or we can go into the cave. What do you think?
So we go in and work out what stuff is, because we want to be able to, like last time, we want to be able to control their movement, so that.
Okay, so should we stealth in?
Yeah.
Or if you want to stealth in ahead.
We'll stay a little.
I've-
We'll stay
Well,
a little
I
bit behind. Yeah.
I can. No, it'd take too long. Don't worry about it.
I just
We'll
stealth
stay a
in
few
and
steps.
Man.
We'll stay a few steps behind. Yeah, to watch him.
I get. Oh, blessed doesn't make a difference to this, but I can use the
I was gonna
1d4.
You got a 1d4, yeah, from guidance.
Every time you do that, it's through a fist bump now, Gammo. You just nudge each
Oh
other.
yeah, I love that. It didn't help. Oh, we need to go back to the handshake. So because it's a
Okay.
cave, I'm not very stealthy.
But as far as you know, you're trying to be stealthy. It's whether it's successful or not, it's another story. But you're definitely trying.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Are you casting that
hooking.
on user Vorax?
Yeah, it's just on myself.
So I'm keeping to the edge of the cave.
I want us to follow
So
behind
now-
him. Like,
Now I'm a bit further in. Can I do investigation or a perception to know to have a look around, to see what's going on?
You can do an investigation.
Yeah, it looks like a cave.
I'll do an investigation over his shoulder. And be like,
Are you being stealthy, Mastiff, or?
I was like following him behind, like 10 feet behind.
Okay.
Are you stealthing though?
Do I need to be stealthy?
Yeah.
I mean, like I'm creepy,
Okay.
but do I need to roll to
You need,
show that?
yeah, if you're doing any kind of creepy subterfuge kind of stuff, you do need to do a stealth roll.
Look.
Alright.
So at that point, as you're following Gamulf into the cave, you hear a clicking, screeching sound coming from the south of you. It appears as
What?
though something has spotted you.
Laura, can you do your detection? I cantrip for you.
Right. There's a.
Which
I'll
one,
signal
sorry?
to the others and be like, I think someone's seen me. It's making a weird noise. Sounds like a insect or something.
Oh.
Cool. Okay, I think we should. Mm,
Well, you said the sound was from the south, right?
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was
Let's go south.
Can we follow the wall around to the south?
Ugh,
Really, Gammo,
it's a freaking owl bear.
Okay,
I'm
as
gonna
you
have to
round the
come with
corner,
you.
you can see the creature that was making the sound. It was an owl bear, and it was also summoning its owl friends, which come charging in from the west.
Because it's a beast? Is an owl bear a beast? Voice in my head.
It
Like two
is a large monstrosity, apparently. It doesn't say that it's a beast.
Ah, okay.
So if everyone can roll for initiative, please.
Anybody faced these before? Do you know what they're?
We've
Because it's
come
not a
across these
beast. I
before.
thought it was a beast, but no, because it's a monstrosity. It is not a favoured enemy of mine. So I just think it's an owlbear because it looks like an owlbear.
Owl with a
I can
bear's body.
I can do a nature check on my turn, but it will take up part of my turn to try and guess what's cracking on.
Okay, so at the top of the board it is Strasna. The wizard manages to react first.
Cool. So I'm going to. I'm not on that. I'm on fucking paint. What am I doing there?
How many people have we got that can do fire damage? Is it just you, Straz?
Yeah, but
I've
that's
got
not
fiery
controlled.
arrows now as well that I picked up from
I've
that
got-
ogre.
I can do fire, but these
I
aren't
was
trolls.
going to say
These are owlbears.
save it for the trolls.
Of course he can do fire. He's got his bonfire.
Exactly. Not going to go with a bonfire now. I'm going to go into my spellbook if I can, and I'm going to cast Scorching Ray. Probably miss.
That is well, doesn't matter which one you're shooting. It's definitely a miss.
So that's the first ray. The second ray.
+6, I believe. Oh, it's +7 for your spell attack. That's an 18. Yep, that's a hit.
So that's 2d6 fire damage.
10 points of damage. Nice, nice. And your third ray.
Oof. Oof.
That definitely hits. 6 points of damage.
And then I'm going to go and tell my familiar, which is not an owl anymore because I don't have it on my screen, is now Pepe again, to fly next to Mastiff, give him the command help, and then I can fly back to me.
Oh, well, it will need to stay near him to help. Because if it's trying to like help to give him advantage in combat, it will need to be with him to actually attempt.
I will tell him to stick with Mastiff and help.
Okay, so the Pepe jumps up on his shoulder and he's ready to render assistance.
Are you two related? Sif and Pepe.
Do look almost the same.
Okay, so that brings us to this owl there. That's going to charge in at Mastiff. And going to try and fight him. Alright, they brings its mouth down. It doesn't quite manage to get through Joe's swift movements. It's then going to try and swipe at him twice with his claws. The first one gouges a rake down his stomach for 13 points of damage, whereas the second one does not find purchase on Mastiff. That brings us to Wonders.
And very athletic. So run him, slide between Mastiff, and stand in front of Gamel.
Okay, you will need to. Yeah, there's enough room just to go around the back. Yep.
Then I'm gonna hit. I'm gonna hit some sliding. I want to hit the Ring of the Rams. This has been untouched. This one's been untouched, right?
Yeah, that one's untouched. There's only that one that's got damaged.
Yeah, I'm gonna hit the fresh one with the Ring of the Rams.
Oof.
That's a hit.
Oh,
6 points of damage.
sliding. Ish.
That's a hit.
14, it's got low armor.
10 points of damage.
Nice.
Sliding.
That's a hit.
Nice. Ring around's doing work today.
12 points of damage.
Pow, pow, pow!
Yep, you unleash the spectral ram, comes flying out of the ring 3 times, smashing the owlbear in the face and in the chest, doing major work. You can hear the arcane hum of the ring as it dissipates, knowing that it's fired all its charges for today. That's your action. You have a bonus action if you want to do some bonusy stuff.
So I then use my mace.
No, that'll be an action for a mace.
I'm gonna hold on because I only seem to have one bonus action, of which is spiritual weapon. So I'm gonna hold on to that level 2 spell.
Okie dokie. That brings us to this owlbear. It's going to charge in and have a pop at Gamulf. Goes in with its beak for a bite. It doesn't quite penetrate the armor. It's then going to drop its double claw on him. Gamulf is very evasive, dodging out of the way, doing little backflips, just taunting the owlbear as it's trying its best to swipe him, but it doesn't quite manage. However, from above to your north you hear a savage growl, and a giant troll jumps down from the ledge above.
Jesus Christ.
Boys,
Did he
we
not
found
do an
where that
athletics
smell's
check
been
on
coming
that?
from.
He rolled a 10. It's only a 5-foot drop, so it landed fine. It's not a large drop. And then it is going to try and bite Mastiff. I just can't manage to get its jaws clamped around him. Then going to bring back its gangly arms and try and slash him with his claws. The first one scores a ragged wound across his shoulder. The second one just dodges out of the way. Manages to claw him for 9 points of slashing damage. And that brings us to Zavarax.
I'm going to, having seen this thing jump down, I'm going to cast Held Duel at the troll.
Okay. See what he gets for his wisdom save.
Pretty cool, man.
It's rolling. It rolled a natural 1. So it is now compelled to duel you.
Yes. Then, so that's my bonus action. Then got 2 attacks against it.
I'll be back in a second.
Yep.
I'm going to attack it with my... I'm not going to attack it with my greatsword. I'm going to use the ball. I don't want to chop off a limb and have that attack us as well.
Okay, yep.
So
Oof. It's a good hit.
That's a hit. Mark it
have you
for-
rolled that too?
Yep, you sure can.
You can reroll twos, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can I
That's
re-roll
what I
it
said.
too?
I said yeah. Sorry. I'm pretty sure I said yes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take that instead.
That's 16 points of damage.
A 5 and a 6. Then
I think we've lost Mo.
I think we lost him.
I lost Mo's audio.
You've lost me.
I can see his mouth moving on the stream.
oh, he's muted on.
Is everything okay?
I can hear you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can hear
you-
you. So.
So yeah, I was saying yes, you can re-roll that and did 16 damage.
Cool. And then I'm gonna swing at it again.
Yep. Dropping them all
Um,
for the second time.
Oh!
That is
And
some
I'm
fair
going
Morley
to-
Mall.
I'm going to hit it with a Divine Smite with my
Uh-oh.
a second level 2
Yep.
slot.
Okay, so it takes 13 points of divine damage from the smite, and then you also need to do the actual hit from the maul as well.
Does that get doubled for
DG, mouth
it
breathing.
being a critical hit or anything?
If you click on it, it does it automatically. It rolls another damage dice, so it does crits
okay.
for you automatically.
Cool, thank you.
As long as you click on the
hold-
crit bit.
hold up. I
There you go,
mean
see?
for the
Look at all them dice. 18 points of bludgeoning damage.
does it crit with the Divine Smite? Does the crit do anything for Divine Smite?
No, because it can only crit if it rolls an attack. So obviously the divine smite doesn't
Okay.
actually roll. I
An
mean,
add-on.
I'm not 100% sure. I'll double check it for when that comes
I'm
up in
not
the
sure.
future. But
Yeah.
for now,
Um,
we'll just say it doesn't, because only things that actually roll an attack crit, as far as I'm aware.
Okay.
But however,
and
you've
can I
still done a fuck ton of damage. Yeah, you can re-roll
Can
the
I-
2.
Thank you.
I knew what you were
Good
going to
work.
say. Okay, so yeah, that was a good round. You fucking did some good damage to that troll. Brings us down to Mastiff.
Right, so I'm blessed, aren't I, from the Lady Druid?
Yeah, everyone's blessed.
Okay. I'm gonna roll Frenzy Rage because I've been ambushed. They've taken off half my health, so I'm not happy about it.
Okay.
So I'm in Frenzy now.
So disadvantage on all ability checks.
Yep. But I was fully. Cause I've had 2 rests. I'm like
Yeah,
since
you were
my
fully
last.
rested.
Yep.
So now you're just at level 1 exhaustion
Yep, and I've got advantage on my first attack because of
because of
the pet's
the little
helping me,
buddy.
isn't it?
Yep.
Yep. So on this owl beast here, this one.
Yep.
I want to roll the Great Weapon Master, so +10 but -5 on the attack roll
Yep.
for Bertha. So I'll roll 2 of them and take the best. So
There's
take the
25. That's definitely a hit.
okay. So boosh.
19. Nice.
21
yeah,
points of
19
damage.
plus 2 for 21. Yep, 21 on the first hit.
Yeah, that was a good swing.
And then I get, because I'm frenzied, I get an extra attack and my normal extra attack.
Yeah,
so
you've
I
got
more.
2 more attacks, but they're not at advantage anymore.
Right, but I have got blessed, so I'll do. This is just normal as well, not special weapon.
Normal. Yeah, that's a hit.
So that one, and then another one.
That's also a hit. The bless is not needed as yet.
Roll both of those.
As you just keep laying into the owl beast, just hitting it again and again with Bertha. Absolutely smashing it. Bertha's drinking deep as you end the first owl beast's life.
Nice,
Hey,
nice.
Stevens.
Also, can I just shout to everyone, leave the troll to me. I've compelled it to duel me, so don't attack it, otherwise the spell will break.
Can I voice in my head, because
Yeah.
he's the troll, but I'm next to the troll, can I go after the owl beast, or will I get advantage on me?
It will take a swipe at you, even though it is compelled to duel.
Even though it's
but
compelled
it
to duel,
will
it
be
can
at
also swipe.
it will be at disadvantage.
Okay,
That's
cool,
what
so,
the
yeah.
compelled to duel does makes it. If it
Well,
tries to
okay.
attack anyone else, it's at disadvantage.
So Vorax, just so you know, that troll will regen its health every time it doesn't take fire damage.
Okay.
So if it doesn't take any fire damage before its turn, it'll take health back. So if no one can attack now, it's going to get some health back before it fights you again.
So that's your turn done with Mastiff. That brings us to Gamulf.
Okay, bonus action. Hunter's Mark. Oh, sorry, I've done it out of my fucking thing. Sorry, dude.
That's alright. Who your hunter's marking?
For now, I'm going to go for this owl down there.
Okay, does it get a save or anything? Or does it
No, it's just Hunter's
it just
Mark.
happens? Yep, no worries.
Cool. And
That
then
was the
I
one
will-
in the south.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
guy on the nest. Yeah.
You will be at disadvantage because you're in close combat with that owl bear.
You have to roll
Just the fact that I'm blessed like cancel that out? Because
No,
I'd
bless,
get
just,
advantage.
bless gives you 1d4.
Fine. Okay. Cool. So I roll at disadvantage
Then put your bless on top of that.
if it's needed.
Yeah, it's a hit. You're firing just a normal arrow.
Yeah. Just choosing normal arrows on these things.
Okay, so yeah, your first attack, you pull back the bow, let it fly, strikes it in the side, it lets out a weird kind of sound as you injured it.
Actually, because it's Hunter's Marked as well, it takes a 1d6 on every attack, so it also takes another 5.
It sure does. Then some kind of weird magical shit happens and it goes again as it takes some more damage.
Cool, and then our longbow, the same one again with disadvantage. God damn it, that was a good one. Fine,
That was
I'm
also a
assuming
good one.
I don't need my bless.
No, you don't need the bless. The second arrow flies true again, slamming it for 7 points of piercing damage, and a nice roll on the
It's not
fancy
doing what?
damage.
Hmm.
So that
good
ends
spell, that.
your turn. That brings us to this owl there that's just been pierced repeatedly. It's going to charge in and have at the old Gamulf. Tries to bite him with the beak, which is a hit at 18, damaging for 14 points of piercing damage. It's then going to drop its double claw swipe. The first one crashes across his back, and the second claw comes in, where he manages to dodge out of the way of the second claw. The first claw hits him for 13 points of slashing damage.
We need to get him out.
What you want, Gamble?
Huh?
What you want?
I'm good, man. Don't you worry about me. These owlbears are nothing but fucking furry cats.
That brings us to Strazzy's skeleton. What is
Yeah. Can I move it there? It can hit this one with its bow, can't it?
Yeah, it can see either of them too. It can shuffle around a bit more without getting attacked. It can shoot either of them too, or the big troll, whatever you want.
Well, I've been told I'm not allowed to shoot the big troll.
I know. I'm saying you can shoot it though.
Devious dear.
I'm
I'll
just
shoot
trying
this
to
guy.
protect you guys at the moment, but you can hit
The
it. if
short
it
bow.
did.
Yeah, we'll get rid of the other ones first, and then we'll come and get him.
So I was thinking.
Yeah, the skeleton brings up its bow, its ancient bones, let go of the arrow, and it pierces it for 6 points of damage.
Nice.
That ends the Skellybob's go. That brings us to Straz.
Yeah, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to tell Pepe, through my telepathic connection, to go into my spellbook and cast Haste on Mastiff.
Okie dokie, yep. So Joe is now hasted. Means he gets a bonus 2 to his armor class, so his armor class is now at 21, and you get 1 extra attack per round.
Jesus.
Where you get another, like you can do 1 attack, a dash, a disengage, a hide, or use an object. But yeah, you get an extra 1, so you would, if you choose to do an attack, that's 4 attacks per round now.
Nice.
Dropping the Bertha hammer.
Oh
Happy birthday,
yeah.
Joe.
Yeah, happy birthday to the ground.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action to use.
Because their webcams aren't on for some reason. I can try and reconnect to see if it's broken.
I'll bring the wolf out.
God, this is now a very busy cave.
Isn't it?
Really low.
Is everyone's webcam working? Because I can't see Gamel for Wonders. I don't know if I just need to reconnect or.
Yeah,
I think you need to reconnect.
It's all
Yeah,
working.
do a reconnect, buddy.
I'm not hitting it. It's the dog.
Ah, there we go. Everyone's back. Just move some bullshit out of the way. No, that
Your
should be,
bullshit, eh?
should be good now. Wait for the stream to catch up.
Love the Final Fantasy music. Filled with nostalgia.
Yeah, everything should be hunky dory now. Cheers for letting us know, Stevens. So back to the action. So you cast haste. You've used your wolf
Cast haste.
and
Yeah,
used your
that's it.
wolf. Okay, okay. So that brings us to wonders.
I'm gonna fucking step in between Gamorph as much as I can. Try and hide him between south and west.
You can't like go inside of him.
Yeah, no.
You
That
stood,
was one time.
You stood to the north. If you do that, they are going to attack you because you've ran at them.
Alright. Okay, cool. One
Don't worry,
minute.
Wonders.
Because you're
Right,
stood
I'm all
above him,
good.
so you're in combat with that one. If you move down, then it will get a swipe at you as you try and get to the other one.
And incredibly agitated at Gamorph is getting ganged up on. I cast inflict wounds. It looks like I need my own bless. Do I need bless?
You definitely need the bless, buddy. So you feel the familiar necrotic energy spring forth from your hand in the shape of a dagger. You go to swipe at the owlbear. You seem to be going above its head, and then you get a divine inspiration of the bless, and you bring it down and chop it into its neck. So that's a hit. So roll for damage.
I'm gonna crazy this up. This is gonna hit at level 2.
You bring it down. You've caused a massive, grievous wound to the owlbear. It's not quite dead, but it's looking exceptionally rough.
That spell's so fucking good.
Yeah.
Oh, isn't it?
You should use your spiritual weapon because that will stick around for the
Yes,
rest
yes,
of the
I
fight.
realise that these guys aren't a joke, so yes, thanks for that, Z. Yeah, and I'm gonna chuck a spiritual weapon, please, on this. Oh yeah, I can move it anyway, so I'll continue. Hopefully, I'll finish off this dude.
On that one, yeah, that's a hit.
Good, and then you want one of these, and I'm gonna hit it. There's that. Is it level 3? Cast at level 2.
Okay, so the spiritual weapon, the sword, just blinks into existence, takes a swing at the owlbear. It connects with its neck, and the damage that you'd already done with your inflict wounds, it just severs its head, and as it falls lifeless to the floor.
Oosh.
That brings us to the troll, who
Don't kill me.
who is now compelled. He's got bloodlust up. He's just gonna have at the golden gecko. He's not happy with it. So that rolls a 22 with a bite attack, which is a hit for 6 points of damage.
That's alright.
And it also takes 5 points of damage on my cold. My armor of Agathis.
Oh, no.
Have you got a cold?
He's
Yeah,
got an armor
basically.
thing on, hasn't
Oh
I've got
god,
COVID.
the
Now he's
Rona.
got it.
he's got an aura of COVID around him.
He's got an aura of the Rona. And then it's going to bring the claw attacks in, taking 2 swipes. One of them just bounces off the plate mail, the other manages to find a little chink and get inside the armour, causing 15 points of slashing damage. The troll then kind of seems to bristle with unholy energy, and it seems to some of its minor wounds have started to heal up.
What a dick.
That brings us to Zavorax.
I'm going
I
to.
breath. Breath.
Fucking
Yeah.
burn his ass, the Vox! Burn his ass!
Ugh. Dang. Okay, I'll do fire breath. Pointing over here. I don't get mastiff.
Yeah, you certainly can. So, shall do a quick dex save.
think my macros are a bit swift.
It rolled a 13.
How am I going with a Wraithful Smite? I thought you were doing Fibre.
And I think my macros are a bit.
Yeah, I think they are. It's because you changed your name. I haven't got around to
Oh.
fixing
Okay.
them yet.
Can I add that spell back in?
Yeah, just add that spell back in.
Yes.
But your spell DC, the DC's still the same at 13. Because it's half your level. Plus
Creature takes 2d6 damage.
plus
on a
8
failed
plus
save.
plus your charisma, which is 3. So yeah, it failed. No, it's passed because it rolled a 13.
Yeah, that is.
No, so yeah, it passed just. It takes half. So if you roll 2d6, it'll take half that damage. I wish it was Beer Steven. It was
Main through
Black
stop him
Currant.
from healing.
Yeah.
How often do trolls take fire damage to stop healing? Like
Every
once
turn.
Be able to heal next turn.
So yeah, it's gonna have to. Next time he goes, he won't heal, but then he needs to take fire again after that. So
Are you doing out with your bonusy bonus?
Oh.
Nope. Okay, so that brings us to Mastiff, who's taken a fair bit of a beating so far. However,
Yeah,
his form's kind of blurred as he's filled
Yeah,
with
I'm
their
all-
haste.
I can see the gecko is fucking taking care of business up here. I'm gonna charge over to protect Gamulf. I know I'm gonna get swiped at, but I'm gonna run down to here. And
As the troll's preoccupied with the golden gecko, it does a quick backhanded claw in your direction. However, you easily duck out of the way with your heightened reactions due to the haste spell.
nice. And now I'm gonna do a flurry of blows on this guy. I'm not gonna use my because I've not got the advantage. Sorry, although I've got bless, I've not got advantage. I'm just gonna run 4 normal hits on him.
You got 4 attacks there, remember? So you
Yeah,
could.
So I think I was gonna just smash him with 4 normal attacks. And they do so 1. First one.
Plus your 4.
and
Bless you,
I'll
bless
do
you, bless.
me- Plus my D4.
Nice.
That is a hit.
Nice. That's 18.
Oof.
Then that's the first one
It's
done.
starting to look pretty rough now. There's numerous wounds. Bertha's drinking deep.
Next one, Bertha. That's a hit, I believe.
That is a hit.
15, 17.
So as you bring
Good
Bertha
fucking
down for
hell.
the second hit, it cleaves its spine in half. It just falls lifeless to the floor as Bertha drinks its life force as it ebbs out of its back.
I used like what 10 yards to get 10 feet, sorry, to get down here. Have I got enough to get back up?
You sure do, 'cause you move at 40 now, so...
Okay, so now I run back up here,
He's a
And,
fucking yo-yo!
and I've got 2 hits. So I do another Bertha.
That's a hit. You don't need the blitz.
That's 11, and then another Bertha. That'll be my 4th, won't it?
Yep.
12, but with the bless. Boosh.
That's a hit.
18 to 20.
Big licks.
Fucking boosh. Fucking Bertha doing work.
It's looking exceptionally rough. It's just clinging onto life. Brings us to Gamulf.
So I'm going to move around here, so well out of the way. My bonus action, I've moved the Hunter's Mark from the now dead owlbearer to the Trolley Trollman.
Yep.
And I am going to use one of my fire arrows and longbow him.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Wow, 30.
So that's the attack plus the 1d6 for the hunter's mark plus whatever the fire damage is, which is a 1d8 maybe.
Yeah. But you basically any dice that you roll, you need to roll twice. So you need to roll your hunter's mark damage again.
How come?
Because you got a crit.
It's only a good thing.
Yeah, it's not a
It's
disadvantage.
not a bad
Oh no,
thing.
no, yeah, but I rolled a 6 on the first hunter's mark damage, so
Yeah, and then your longbow attack. Roll that.
again.
It'll just do the damage from it. And then
Yes.
you need to roll
So that's the
2d8
same.
for the fire damage as well.
And take the best.
Fuck.
Oh,
So as you arch back with the arrow, you let it fly, you speak the command word, the arrow bursts into fire, streaks right into the throat of the troll. It like goes down into its throat and lodges there, and you can hear it like out this awful, awful wail as it slowly falls to the floor and melts into a pile of goo. However, as that happens, you hear a very large bellow coming from deeper in the cave.
Oh, there's another one, boys.
I keep my. Well, I'm assuming that I keep my spiritual weapon if we're gonna tangle again.
Yeah, your spiritual weapon's still up. It's got 9 rounds left.
Because I only use one attack on my turn and my bonus action, and then fucking absolutely clean the floor up. Can I use my other action to take a healing potion?
No, because you've
Oh, 'cause
used.
it's an attack.
Yeah, you can attack again, or that's it. Because
Okay,
it's not-
can I
it's not two
see
attacks,
anything
it's two
from where the
attacks.
noises come from?
you cannot. You just
What
heard-
if I come forward a
think-
bit?
I'd say get behind the fucking melee guys, mate. You can't. You don't want to start a combat.
Yeah, but I've just watched myself step back gracefully, fire an arrow, and melt a troll. I'm pretty living the dream right now.
You're leading, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I can't see anything, to be fair.
Can I do any heals
moving
right now,
now?
Marv? Are we in combat or are we
We're still in
So,
combat. We're still in combat.
Uh,
So it's Gamolf's turn. He's just walking around using all his movement up.
yeah. Okay, and then I think I pretty much, if I go back to there, that's me done. I don't think I've got any more movement, and I can't see. Can I just take a random shot up this? Like, just, I know it'd be super disadvantage. I don't know what I'm aiming at, but I've got an attack, so I might just roll, like, shoot my arrow
If
in
you shoot
this
a fire
direction.
arrow, it might light the way.
You want to stay. You want to.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can.
but I don't
Hold of those,
know.
then.
You can-
Fire arrows. I've already used 2.
Yeah, you can fire a normal arrow.
At disadvantage.
Definitely at disadvantage, seeing as you're just shooting at a random sound you heard.
Yeah, but I mean, come on. This is Gamel.
What if your elven ears heard?
Okay, and then I roll a +4 on the first one for the bless of it.
Unknown forces are going to
16?
help.
You fire an arrow and it just strikes the side of the cave, making a little spark where it hit some kind
Does it
of
make any?
ore.
Does it cause any noises or anything?
It makes a little spark and you hear a clattering. There's no other
Can you
signs
see
that
anything
it's.
from the spark?
Nope.
I've got dark vision anyway, so if I'd be able to see it, if I could see it.
Which direction did the noise come from? Like, because
Well, from where I've stood, there's nothing at this bottom end of the cave, but there seems to be a passage like running north straight in front of me. Like,
did
upwards.
he hear it from above him, from north?
Is it a wall?
No, you heard it coming from the west was the sound.
All
Right.
right.
Although there's a wall
Interesting.
to the west.
Not
It's very
appeared yet,
strange.
maybe.
Maybe, but it is a cave. Maybe the sound was just echoing around. Don't
Right.
know.
Okay, well that's the end of my turn anyway.
Okay, that brings us to the skeleton.
It's gonna.
He can ready in action, so when he sees an enemy, he can automatically attack it.
Yeah, but what's the range
Can
on
we
it
do
though?
that?
The bow is the short bow. I think it's like 80 feet.
I will do that then, because that's quite far.
That's like at the
Is that
other
the
end
whole-
of the cave, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's like the
totally.
entirety of the cave. It's only a little cave. Yeah, 80. It can shoot
It will
further,
ready
but
a shot.
it's at more disadvantage if if it shoots further than 80.
It'll stay there and it'll ready a shot
Okie dokie.
with its short bow.
Oh, here it
So
comes.
bursting out of the actual rock and wall itself, you can see a troll come charging out towards Gamulf.
Oh dear.
It can make it to there, but it's used all its turn charging out of the wall.
Oh no.
So I just spit at on the floor at him.
From the north, you hear the sounds of another troll as that comes charging into view. And that brings us to your wolf. Whereas I don't know why it skipped past your wolf, but it's your wolf.
I rolled it initiative. Should I have done that or not?
It's just easier if it just goes on your turn, but it's not an
Okay.
issue. It just keeps things a bit tidy if all your like summoned creatures and things you just do on your turn.
Yeah.
Technically you
Oh,
are
yeah,
meant to roll initiative for them and stuff, but I just find it easier if they all act on your
Okay.
turn.
So it'll go first, and it will run. What will it do? It will run.
Okay, so
Can
we
it go there, past everyone? To go behind them?
Yeah, there's room in the gap, but it doesn't have that much movement.
How much has it got? 40?
I think it's got 40. It should say on its character sheet.
Need to open this character sheet.
Oh yeah, 40. So yeah, it can get to there.
So there, right. So it will just run there and just be there.
Okay, if you want to roll your short bow attack for your skeleton, because obviously he saw the bottom troll emerge first, so he would have readied his shot his readied action, which is a hit. Skeleton doing work.
Go, and it will hit this one.
6 points of damage. Yep. So it's you and Pepe now.
So I'm gonna go. Use my spell book. Gonna go for Scorching Ray. So that will go for that one. Does that hit?
On that one, that does hit.
Is that 2d6 again, isn't it?
2d6, yeah.
2d6. Cool. So is that 7 damage?
So that's a 16, so yeah, that's a hit.
So that's going to go on that one.
On the top one, you need to call your targets out before. It's the
Oh,
same.
sorry.
It's the same armor class, so it doesn't really matter. But just for future, if you call your target first.
Okay. So yeah.
Yeah, and then your third ray.
6 knots, and the third ray is going to be on the bottom one again.
Okie dokie. The third ray doesn't hit; it streaks
That's
wide.
fine. But they've both taken 5 damage.
Yep.
Perfect.
They sure have.
And I'm going to use my bonus action to tell Pepe to follow Mastiff and give him help.
Give him the old helpy help. Yep. Okay, so
Yeah.
that's your turn done. That brings us to Wonders.
Hold on. No. He's going to fly. No, he is. No, Mastiff. Sorry, yeah. Sorry.
Yep. Okay, that brings us to Wonders.
So I play the squad, or maybe Gamma. I can come in between you. I can heal up the whole squad. Problem is, I've only got a few larger health to use. I think it may be beneficial if I do heal up the whole squad. Then how do you want me to move around you, Gamma?
I would come in and attack this guy just from the other side, like just from the bottom or a different side, so I can try and get out of his way.
I don't think you're going to make another attack, man. So I was going to heal
Maybe.
you up and then step in between you.
He saves the healing for the next round.
You're healing for the next one, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, but
so.
Camel might die.
No,
Yeah.
it's my go before this guy's go, and if he wasn't close enough to me, I can get away from him without giving him an attack,
That's
Alright,
fine.
cool. Alright,
and then I
fine.
can start peppering shit.
So, in which case,
Just come and lay into this motherfucker.
Yeah.
before I forget, Mo, I'm gonna. Can I? I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon on the bottom, right here.
Yeah.
So he knows I'm in the area. Can run up. Got a thing about sliding today. Slide and do another inflict wounds. Gonna take.
As you slide in, doing some Matrix style, you catch your hand on the floor, and as you're trying to slice its leg with the necrotic energy blade, you completely and utterly whiff your hand, and it goes like a country mile off him. It definitely don't hit the troll. But you do have your bonus attack with your sword if you want to roll a d20.
I was gonna cast another one, Mo. What do you think about 2 spiritual weapons on the go?
No, you can only have one. It's a concentration spell, so it will whiff out of existence if you try and cast it again.
Invocation. Okay. Alright. Cool. So you want? What did you want? On a. Yeah.
So you roll a d20 for its attack.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And you're adding 7 to your d20. Oh, don't click on it again because it'll cast the spell. Just literally roll a d20. Well, that's a miss at 11, so.
Didn't seem to use it.
It's all good. I think it did it and it's missed.
It's missed,
on
yeah.
ours.
Was no good that round.
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah, it was good because you come and got in the way, so it was actually helpful for me.
That brings us to Zavorax.
Gonna up to Sky. Up there. Well, there. So I'm gonna do. What am I gonna do? If my I've got a channel divinity, which it uses as an action. If I use that, can I not attack?
No. You cannot.
Try it anyway. That's thing. So I'm a bit scared of me.
Make a wisdom saving throw for him. He has rolled an 11, so he is now terrified. He's scared of you.
What about the other one?
He needs to do his save. He is also scared of you.
Awesome.
Just him?
Never remember. What
It's
that actually means.
it's just him. Yeah, they're not scared of anyone else. It's just Zavorax they're scared of.
What does frightened do to them? Frightened. A frightened creature has
just-
disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight. Nice.
It has disadvantage on the ability checks and attack rolls, so that's good. And it can't move closer to me.
Correct. It can move away, but
Neither.
it can't move
Yeah.
closer.
So
That means it can't come towards Gammelf anyway now.
exactly. Yeah. Good. What else have I got?
So you got your bonus action if you've got any bonusy things you want to do.
Got a spiritual weapon, but I think I might save on my. Let's save that. So, well, actually, it's be classed as a humanoid.
It is classed as a large giant.
Okay, so
Is
they're
that a humanoid?
humanoid.
No, it's
Thing.
a giant. It's a separate subclass. It's not humanoid.
In that case, that is my turn.
Okay. That brings us to a speedy mastiff.
Right. Well, I think Wonders is going to be able to handle business down south.
Right.
So, so I'm going to come up and support the Golden Gecko here. I do believe little creature has to come with me.
Yep, the creature's with you. He's helping.
That means I get I get advantage on the first one, don't I?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm going to do the special weapon one, or the extra 10 damage minus 5 attack.
Yep.
My first hit. So do Bertha. Oh, I'm going to need the advantage. Oh no!
Oh god.
You are still blessed.
Do the blessed.
Advantage on blessed.
Sadly, not advantage on blessed. So you bring your you're lining up for a big strike. You're bringing it down. You've noticed your aim's slightly off. You're going wide, and then the divine blessing just whiffs the axe at the last second, and it makes connection with its torso.
Nice. So, so what was the total there? That was, yeah, I think 16 AC is about right. So that gives me
nice.
17 plus 2 plus 10 on the first hit. Am I still hasting from earlier?
Yeah, it lasts 10 rounds.
10 rounds? That's ridiculous.
However, I just need to do a big roll because you have done a fuck ton of slashing damage. 17. So you have sliced one of its arms off.
Okay,
Good.
I'll do that.
That's one of its
How
attacks,
much health?
isn't it?
How much health does the arm have? Or does it mean we have to burn everything at the end?
Oh,
Don't we?
you wouldn't know. There's just an arm flailing around on the floor.
It's got 3 attacks though, right? Each arm and a die.
So,
Yeah.
I think.
I was gonna keep. Anyway, Rasmus gonna keep howling on him, so he's got 3 more attacks. So
Bash,
the first
bash,
one.
bash.
Does Bertha think of it?
Oh, Troll's about to be cut into like 1,200 pieces.
So that's 21 plus 2. And then again.
Hang on, bear with
You
me.
need another roll.
Need another roll. F5. You don't manage to slice anything off this time.
Okay, so that was my second attack.
How was your second attack?
Third attack. Oh,
Oh.
damn!
Bertha's one thirsty
Fucking-
bitch.
I've toggled my hacks.
I've noticed,
Should
Jesus.
have done your
Jesus Christ.
should have done your weapon quick
bad
weapon
rolls
hits
on
on
those.
those.
So many dice for 12 damage.
Yeah. plus 2. Plus 2.
14 plus 2.
Okay, yeah, and your final attack.
14 plus me blessings. 16.
Managed to just convert it into a hit with using the magical blessing powers.
Nice. And then 9, 11.
As you bring Bertha down for the fourth time with some savage thing crits because you forgot about your racial ability, which gives you an extra damage dice. You managed to slay the troll.
Nice.
It only had
So
1
yeah.
HP left, but because of your racials, you would have rolled another 2d12, so it was dead.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, I can be nice. And that brings us to Gamulf.
Okay, so I am going to step back.
Okay, and it is going to try and twat you. It rolls a 20, which is a hit. Hits you for 7 points of damage.
It's a disadvantage.
She's frightened.
That's only against you.
It's
so
against
all
everyone.
It just says gains frightened, while it can still
A
see.
fighting
the
creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while I'm in sight.
Okay. In that case,
Get
it does
schooled.
not.
I'm fucking fighting those bitches. Scary motherfucker.
Look at me, look at me. I'm the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
Okay, so I got to here without being touched. I'm assuming that someone else will deal with the corpse and the arm over there. I'm going to use my bonus action to move my Hunter's Mark once more to this guy. And then I'm going to wail on him with both attacks of both fire arrows. Do I need to roll the bless?
No, they both hit.
Okay, plus the 1d2d6 plus 2d8 for fire damage.
Oh my.
Nice, you did some serious work.
So you didn't melt into a pile of goo. Oh,
This time.
yeah.
Do these guys take double fire damage, or does it just make them not regenerate?
They don't take double damage from it.
They just can't regenerate that turn. And you have to do it to kill them.
Yes.
Well, I'm sure a bonfire will fall onto the other ones.
So the first one is dead because that was killed with fire because the fire arrow hit it, but the one at the top is still on the floor. It's not like fully dead. Still there on the floor.
Hold on.
So you can either move your wolf and skeleton now, or you can do it all on your turn, Shiraz. It's up to you.
It's my turn next anyway, isn't it?
Oh, after the troll, yeah.
Do the troll, and I'll do them all in one go.
Okie dokie. So as soon as he's frightened, he does not want to make any movements closer to the golden gecko. So he's going to roll everything at disadvantage. That's definitely a miss. That's also a miss. Third one is a 21, so anyone other than Wonders would have taken a hit. But Wonders just deflects it with the shield. It is now going to do its wisdom
Shield, boy!
save to see if it's frightened still. It rolled a 10, so it is still scared like a little girl troll. That brings us to Straz.
I'm gonna get my wolf to run in, bite, and do nothing.
That definitely does nothing. It does have Bless, but even with Bless, it ain't gonna do
Yeah.
shit.
So I'm gonna short bow with me. Is that it?
It's got a Bless because the druid didn't discriminate. She blessed everything.
Blessed undead creature.
That's a hit now.
But
7 pew-pews, damn.
Cool. And then I'm going to go on with.
You could do with trying to burn that corpse before its turn.
The top one, yeah.
Yeah. Just cast a bonfire. or
Is
something.
bonfire a cantrip, is it? So you can that doesn't use up any of your fancy stuff.
Bonfire's a cantrip, so I could just cast it.
And that'll get the hand as well, won't it? Like, so.
Unless the arm's pulled itself away.
Yeah, I'll do a bonfire then.
Oh.
On that.
Okay, so the main corpse ignites and it dies, and the arm tries to maneuver its way and it fails and burns and dies. So that troll is now fully deaded.
stuff, guys.
And that's it.
You got your bonus if you want to command the old Pepster.
Oh yeah, I'll do Pepe. We'll say Mastiff still needs some help. So follow Mastiff and help.
Okie dokie. That brings us to Wonders.
Let's go, Wonders. Finish this cloud.
I'll just do Sacred Flame. Hopefully it pulls it. Then what I'm going to do is leave it there.
It rolled a 17. So
Alright, then I'm going to have to do a Shield of Faith. Please, as my bonus. Throw that on myself, please.
Okay. So you gain 2+ armor class.
You're very hard to hit.
That is a concentration spell, so your spiritual weapon would disappear.
I don't think the spiritual weapon is concentration, you know.
It isn't, but for the point from like a roleplay perspective, I'm ruling that it is, because you can't really control that and like have another spell going, which wouldn't make sense in my mind.
Play.
Okay, that's
Saying
fine.
you're not smart enough to run.
I will keep it. I won't even take offense to that. Offense or defense? I will stick with defense. So yeah, Mo, I'll switch it off, and the guys can attack from a distance. I'll swap my shield of faith to a spiritual weapon.
Okay, okay. Have you got any other bonus actions you want to use?
Unfortunately, no. You just took it off me.
Okay, that brings us to Zavorax.
I'm gonna run in and try and kill this guy. I'm gonna try and hit it with my maul.
Okay. That definitely hits.
And I want to use my divine smite. And I'm going to use that as a level 2. You roll that 2, please.
Okay, as you bring the mole down, you crush its skull and it drops on the floor. Seemingly lifeless.
Have you got any fire spells that they can use over here?
Not until our turn.
Um,
Haven't you got a Dungeoneer's kit? Can't you just like get a torch?
You got a
And...
torch.
He's only got attack left in his. He's taking attack as his action to get his torch out. It will be an actual action.
okay, well, whilst it's lying down, then I'm gonna trying to smash it.
Just smash it again.
Is it prone?
It is prone, yeah.
Get
So
advantage.
yep.
Next is dead. Or so we think.
Just want to make sure. Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
I roll bless.
But your mole hits it because it's down.
Okay.
It can't defend itself. You definitely smash it with the mole once again, doing some nice points of damage. That brings us to Mastiff.
Crush its skull.
Mastiff, eh?
Yeah, its skull's pretty pulpy right now.
Can't you just throw it into the fire, Mastiff? You're big and strong.
Or like your you must have a torch. Light the torch on the campfire and.
Yeah.
I can't switch weapons though because of Bertha, can I?
You'll have to do a roll.
Yeah.
You can hold Bertha one-handed.
No,
You just
you
can't
can hold it one-handed.
You just can't swing Bertha one-handed.
Okay. So I pull out my torch. How do I attack with the torch?
Smart enough to know that.
Well, you just walk over to the bonfire, stick it in, then walk over to the troll and do whatever you want to do with the torch.
Do that, and I'm gonna fucking just start howling on the fucking thing, trying to like insert the fire in the troll.
Okay, so if you roll a d20, then if you're going to town with it, your torch might gutter out. Yeah, as you take your first swing, you're that aggressive. You swing that hard, the torch just gutters out.
Oh,
you got another attack though.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Back to Bertha. So
you can surely go light it again. You still got the movement.
No, fuck that, Bertha. You know, old
Goodness
faithful.
sake, Mastiff, you fucking idiot.
But I've got initiative, have I? Because have I still got initiative from pet or advantage? Sorry. Have I got help still?
Yeah, you do.
It's your first attack. Yeah.
It's your first attack, so yeah, you've still got help.
So I'll do another one. Burfer. Ugh.
You are still blessed.
Yeah, but I don't think it's enough, is it? Even if I get a 4. No, that one
He's
missed.
dead.
Yeah, sadly,
It's
sadly
on
you
the
missed.
floor though.
Yeah, you hit it. Bertha hits it. Does
If you start chopping up limbs,
I'm just gonna keep attacking it.
you don't manage to carve a limb off, but it definitely does damage.
He's gonna try again. It's 12.
But you'd only have your bonus attack left.
Oh
If
yeah.
you used your action to pick up the torch and
Oh right,
hit
fair
it with
one.
a torch. That brings us to Gamulf.
Oh,
So is this thing still alive?
Oh, he's very much dead.
Yeah, I know, but
it's dead
it's
on the
not
floor,
been
but it hasn't
burned.
been burnt. It hasn't been
Okay,
burnt
so
yet.
I'm gonna do a athletics check to just try and drag it by its hair into the fire. Is that athletics?
Yeah. You wouldn't have enough movement though to jump over there and then drag it
Okay,
into the
there.
fire.
I'll just start dragging it that way to make it.
Yeah,
I've just watched these guys like pulverize its face instead of doing anything useful.
Yeah, do an athletics check because it is
Mastiff's in the middle of a fucking blood
it
rage,
is,
isn't
it is a
what's going
large
on?
creature. Yeah, so you managed to drag it virtually all the way. It's on the very edge of the fire, but that is as much movement as you've got. So that brings us to the troll again, which stands back up. Using its fantastic regeneration powers, it has regenerated some of its health, and its face is now back to normal.
Is it within 5 yards of that bonfire though?
It is not. It was just
You
short
guys
because they didn't have enough
suck.
movement.
Mastiff and Zavorax.
Oh, I knocked it to the ground. I couldn't do any more.
Yeah,
I
no,
I
this-
tried to do
you
the fire
idiot.
stick, but the
This
fire
big
stick
guy.
was shit. So I fucking twatted it.
So it then tries to attack Gamulf. It hits with one of its claws,
Oh, damn.
doing 12 points of slashing damage. It missed with all its other attacks.
I'm still standing.
That brings us to Straz.
So the wolf's gonna run in and bite.
Can't find purchase against the large troll.
Bless doesn't help, I don't think.
Bless does not convert it into a hit, sadly.
So then, short bow.
That's a hit. Oh, that was a 5. It was on 5 for ages, and then it just decided, nope, I'm 18. 2 points of damage. Sorry, 4. Yep.
Cool. So then it goes to me, and I'm gonna go back at my spell book. I'm gonna go with. Hold on. Let me just double check the spells. Yeah, I'm gonna use this acid arrow. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Made
Definitely
some
a
acid
hit.
arrow.
it's mixing it
Send
up.
it.
Look at all them dice. So as you stand there, you conjure the acid arrow and you send it streaking out of the palm of your hand. It collides with the troll right in the neck. The acid burns away through its throat and its neck, putting an end to the foul beast. It is down, and it then melts into a puddle. So you are pretty certain it is down forever.
Good.
Good job, Strasner. Way to put that beast down. Good.
Oh,
I still
yeah.
reckon if we just kept hitting it, it's eventually just dead.
Yeah, that worked out great. Thanks for that.
Dead.
If you just keep wailing on it, it does not die. It will just regenerate
Mastiff-
every 10 turns.
Mastiff don't know that, though.
Yeah,
Um,
Mastiff.
You have to
Yeah,
finish it with
I
fire
think-
or acid.
Barbarian nature took over your consent and stuff.
So can I wander down?
Can we have a look around?
Yeah, I'm gonna
um,
wander down, see where I am.
We should
I'm
probably
down
give, like,
in the
Camel for sandwich or
cavey
something.
bit.
He looks a bit pale.
I'll just wait until we do a short rest or something. I assume we might nap here for a bit. Or
Yeah,
if
come
not,
over
I can do
here.
it.
Can I see if there's anything around where I'm
Mm.
standing, which I think is an owl beast nest?
You sure can. Have an investigation. You find a big pile of shit.
Beautiful. Can I arcana check that shit, see if there's anything magical about it?
You sure can. There is a faint glow in the dead center of the 10-foot pile of shit.
Who would have thought?
Cool, I'll use my mage hand to go into the shit and bring
Okay.
whatever it is outside.
Your mage
Thank
hand
you, Wilkins.
touches something, it doesn't have the strength to pull it out.
Mastiff,
Yeah, buddy.
there's something in this shit. Can
Okay.
you pull it
Yeah,
out?
sure.
There with Bros?
No problem. I'm not wearing any armor. I'll just wash my hands later.
Yeah.
Straight in.
Well, Wonders has got some water with him. I think it's just normal water.
I've been
I
drinking
think,
it. It's quite nice, actually.
I think I do have normal water.
Right, I'll stick my hand in the shit. Rummage around.
Okay, roll a d20, we'll see if you find it on the first rummage.
I'm having a good rummage.
'Cause you don't have the arcane guidance guiding you where it is. You don't find anything as yet, you just keep digging through shit.
Oh, you sure it's in there? I'll keep looking.
100%.
Oh,
You're starting to get, the pile's getting smaller and still you haven't found anything.
it's hurting my eyes. Are you positive it's in here?
I guarantee it.
God, it's not
That's
very
all I
nice.
guarantee.
Fucking.
You're pretty much down to the last couple of handfuls now, you've just been throwing shit all around you. And at the
Fucking-
bottom you can see a shit-stained piece of cloth. It looks like a sling.
All of that.
Something did you say?
Yeah, here it is, buddy.
Cool.
There you
Cheers,
go.
babe.
Enjoy that. That's
Why is it that any time you go into a cave, you always come out stinking as shit? Covered in shit.
Can I identify that as a ritual
You sure can?
over 11 minutes?
Yeah.
While he's doing that, so
Can I do an investigation on the
Have a look
trolls,
up
please?
here.
You sure can?
can we have a look up here?
Assisting in Mastiff's search.
I didn't see anything.
I'm
I don't think I could do it.
Looking at the trolls, they've mainly disintegrated. There's a little bit of blood left that you could perhaps try and stick in a vial if you wanted. Other than that, they don't seem to have anything on them.
Can I put the blood in a vial? I've heard troll's blood has regenerative properties.
Yeah, do a nature
Ooh.
check. See if you can manage to slap some in a jar.
I'm pretty good at
Gamble?
nature.
Yeah, Gamble, can you do your naturey thing and put this in a jar for me, please?
Mastiff, where did you hear the word regenerative?
On the in one of them book things. It was on
How
the
much?
cover.
How much
Read.
blood do we get? How much blood do I get?
You managed to get 2 vials from all of the troll corpses.
Can I... Have I
Merwin
identified
would
it
be
yet?
interested.
Be
You
like,
have,
hey, Gamble,
it is a sling
I
plus
want,
1.
give me one of them vials. I told you about the blood. Don't be a shitter.
Oh yeah, I was just going to carry him, but yeah, I was not taking it. If you want to carry one, I'll carry one.
Yeah.
All good.
Cheers.
Are we thinking about
babe.
rest, guys? Are we thinking about rest, or do I need to get some healings on the way?
We still need to search around. So there's a crate up here next to Zavorax. I want to look in the crate.
To check it first. I've still got horror thoughts about that first cave we went into as a truth that turned into a weird.
The old mimic.
I will investigate this crate and see nothing.
As far as you can tell, it is a crate.
Can I use
Let's
my
have a
mage
look
hand
then. Let's have a little
with it?
look.
Yeah, fucking step aside. I've got my investigating hat on. So Sherlock Mastiff comes out.
As far as you can all tell, it's just a crate. It doesn't appear to be trapped or locked.
It's fine, pal. I know crates. I know the best crates, and that is a fine crate.
Let's open the crate, guys.
You open it.
I wanted to use this for a longest while, so I step up. My longsword.
Just going to whack the crate with his sword.
Okay, so Wonder steps up, just starts laying into the box. The crate shatters, and out of it falls a nice fancy robe that has been cleanly cut in half.
Oh,
I literally slowly step back.
haven't you got
eye
a spell?
contact.
Haven't you got a spell that can sort rope?
Yeah.
Yes, I have. I'm
Mending.
unfortunate.
Mending, yeah, mending,
Yeah.
mend it.
Well,
Use your mending, you angry cleric.
Alright.
It
I
wasn't
literally-
locked.
Pick up to the new cloths, and then Mo will decide whether
It
it's
says no larger than 1 foot in dimensions. That's
Yeah, the robe comes back together. You can see that the physical being of the robe is fine. However, it doesn't seem to be as good as it once was.
All the magic
Here you go,
stuff.
guys. Back to normal. Sorry, I really wanted to use a long sword. Can you use it in battle?
I'm gonna whisper to my skeleton, just go and stand next to Wonders.
We've just spent like 20 minutes wailing on people, and you could have wailed on any of those with a sword. Instead, you find the first box and just whack, whack.
Can I
Nothing, everything gone.
identify the robe?
Could the robe be mended?
As you take your time doing the ritual, you can sense that it was a magical item. However, the enchantment has now dissipated. You can catch just bits of it at the edge of your senses that it was quite a powerful enchantment.
Could it be mended if we take the robe to a high level magician? Could he restore its essence for
The
a fraction
enchantment
of the cost it would normally cost?
The enchantment has now been waned, so it's basically just a fancy robe. Any higher level wizard can enchant a fancy robe, but obviously it will be costing the same as any other robe. It's just a nice base robe.
Can't believe you, Wonders.
So good.
Could just for record, did it even need attacking, or could we just open the crate?
No,
It
no,
was
it was unlocked. You just needed to peel the lid off.
Well, yeah. Well, at least the sword, we know the sword's job. Can I do a nature check now that the thing's gone? What actually the owl
I want to know what
was?
it was. I want to know what it was.
You are unsure exactly what kind of creature it was. It
Can I
was.
tell if any of it's worth any money?
You cannot. You can tell it's some form of owl bear type man pig thing, but other than that, you have no idea.
I'm gonna go and have a look up here. Is there anything up here? I'm gonna investigate up here. Investigation.
Old bears.
Anything up here?
You find a large pile of troll shit in the corner.
Oh, I know trial, but I just started. I was like, there was a good thing in the other one. There's gotta be something in here. So I'm straight in. I was like, woo!
Keep your fucking sword away, Wonders.
You're just going to town on it. Okay.
Yeah.
As you're digging
What
through,
was that
you
thing?
put your hand in and you manage to find something that's metallic. It easily fits in the palm of your hand, and you pull it out of the shit. As you look at it, it looks like a very well-made amulet, like necklace, with a nice pendant coming off it.
No,
will.
I just get my water skin out and I'm like, ooh, and straight in my pocket because Straz can't be trusted.
Whoa.
Well, did you find anything in that big pile of troll shit you've just been wading through?
Do a
I found-
sleight of hand, Joe, if you want to see. If
Oh no,
they-
I'm not being subtle about it.
Oh,
I'm just fucking
okay.
like, I don't know what's that. I'm like, found a metal thing. I'm gonna ask Merwin about it.
I'm gonna walk up and say, whoa. If you want to know what something is, I can tell you what it is right now. Well, in 11 minutes, I can tell you exactly what it does.
You can do Arcana checks on it.
I can
no.
I can arcana check. I can identify. Maybe it will help with our little. And then I whisper to him, homeless killings. Later on.
That's a really good idea, mate. What is it?
And I
I'll just
identify it.
move a little bit of turd off of it. Be like, ooh, we'll go.
Because that's going to take 11 minutes, and he's done it a couple of times. I've been here a little short rest, and I can roll a couple of my hits.
Yeah, absolutely. Because he's already. This is the second time he's cast it, so anyone who wants to expend hit dice to get health back, that's no problem.
Yeah, after a couple of
I
those.
got a 1. I got 1 health for my hit dice.
Yeah, if you just whatever you roll, just add your own health to yourself.
Oh shit, I just added an equal sign. That's not what I wanted. I have 311 health.
Mark, did we refresh our hit dice since the last time we played? Because I'm still on 3. Is that right?
Yeah, because we've rested.
You've had a
We've
long
rested
rest, so yeah, it'd be
Yeah,
you'd
you
be at
just
5
have to,
again now.
You just have to do it.
Some things on the
well.
sheet don't automatically reset.
What's with these shitty rolls?
And can I know what
Oh,
it is
nice.
now. So
As it
I'll
pops
ask,
up on the screen for you.
It has, yeah. So I'm gonna ask Mastiff if you like quietly, not to the rest of the group. If you had to put a numerical value on your constitution, how is it? What is the value?
It's 16 plus 2 because of my fancy belt.
Interesting, very interesting. So,
You can show
think
that.
you
Can
should-
show that to him if you want.
yeah,
Or I
how
can.
Can you show it to him and
Yeah.
just give it? I think you should wear this.
What is it, guys?
What is it, you guys, being all sneaky in the corner?
Again, a little bit too close. What are you
They're
guys
having a
up to?
gangbang.
Pepe's in the middle,
Right, so
and I'll get my mage hand out for doing that.
where's my other thing? Do.
Keep it moving.
Is
Carry
there
on doing
anything
stuff.
else? Is there anything else that haven't looked at yet? The owl bears. Have a look
Yeah,
at
I
those.
looked and I could just tell that they were owl bears. I couldn't tell anything about them to know if there was any worth or anything.
Do any of these?
Yeah, could I check the owl bears?
I'm gonna be like,
They've
you're
got
gonna
no
amulet.
loot on them, but
Do an nature check to see if we can
you
work
can
out
do a
if they're
nature
worth
check,
anything.
yeah, to see if you know of any parts of them that are worth alt. You do not remember recalling any information of which parts were worth selling on an owl bear.
I'm gonna go over to an owlbear now. Just pop out because the trolls they're all like burned and disintegrated and
Yeah,
stuff.
they've melted. They're just putrid
Yeah.
puddles on the floor now.
So I'm gonna use my eye gouger and gouge out 3 eyes. So I'm gonna get 3 owlbear eyes.
I'm gonna walk over to the gecko man, Zavorax, and I'm gonna be like, again, like Shaz said, if you were to put a numerical value on your constitution, what would you give it?
14.
14.
Oh,
Well.
What have you found?
Are you wearing any amulets? My thinking here is that because I've got the belt of dwarvenism thing, dwarvenkind, which increases my constitution by 2, so that makes mine 18.
and you've got a beard now.
And I've got a beard, which is great. Whereas the amulet boosts your constitution to 19. So if I gave it to Zavorax, he would have the best benefit from it.
Or what if? Because I'd do quite well with the belt of dwarvenkind because I can't see in the dark, and also I've got high charisma stuff. So
True. It would mean your constitution
charisma with
only
dwarf.
your constitution would only go up to. You say yours was 14.
Yeah.
So put yours to 16. So it's. But then you'd have the charisma check and the saving throws to whatever.
Be able to
Also-
talk to dwarfs.
Something that puts your constitution up to 19 sounds really powerful. I can only imagine what that cloak was.
Yeah.
So let's keep it. Don't we need to go to a tower of some sort?
No, we need
So-
to just.
Well,
So if I have my constitution is then 19, does that put my armor class to 20? So I get one more on my
'cause you'll go up
constitution.
to. No, 'cause you're 18 now. So if you went to 19, it's still +4. Oh, it's at 20 when you go to +5 on the mod.
Constitution. I don't know how much I benefit from Constitution.
It'll give you a few more hit points, and obviously it helps with your Constitution saving throws.
So
Guys, just one of you put the fucking amulet on, one of you wear the belt.
I'll put the amulet on and give him the belt because he's our charisma guy, isn't he?
And also,
So-
a lizard with a beard is fucking amazing.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
And it gives you night vision or dark vision. Sorry.
Yeah, that'll be useful for me. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Man in Control, can the belt go over to the gecko, please, and I keep the amulet.
Yep.
So is there a way to share? Because I know that we got the belt of dwarvenkind showing in the magic items, but is there one of those for the amulet? Is as a group, if we know about it, then it's just
It's super basic
Good to
one,
know.
but yeah. It says Amulet of Health requires attunement. Your constitution score is 19 while you wear the amulet. It has no effect on you if your constitution score is already 19 or higher. So it's just a flat makes it 19.
So there you go. You've got the amulet on. Zavorax now has the belt of dwarven kind on.
Did that add to my health pool, did it?
Nope.
Well, I don't get a more health pool.
No, because your modifier hasn't gone up. You've gone from
It's gone
18
up
to
by-
19, but you're still a +4.
Ah, right. So I've got to get it to
on
20.
evens.
If you go
So
to
that does-
20 or +5, then you'll end up with extra health.
But I've got to find something that will put it to... Okay, cool. Still good. More constitution. And now the belt benefits are Mr. Gecko.
Just before we
Have a
leave,
beard.
then, just to make sure I've seen everything, can I try and climb up to where the troll came from? Which it says 5 foot.
Yep, you can try and climb up there.
Acrobatics?
Athletics.
Is this another pile of poo over here? At the bottom?
You don't look very graceful. You just about managed to haul your ass up the 5-foot ledge.
Cool, and then I'll investigate that little ledge.
You find a small little chest in the corner.
Okay, I'm going to try my perception on the chest to make sure it's not going to turn into something that fucking bites me.
It's not going to bite you.
And is it trapped?
It is not trapped.
I'm going to take my sword out and smash it. No, I'm just gonna try and open it.
Okay, as you open it, you can see it's a small little chest with about 310 gold in it.
Okay, I'm going to shout down, guys, I found 250 gold, 50 gold each.
Cool.
Nice one.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Sounds good. Mo, could I walk into my Pepe and fly around? I'm going to use the ability I go deaf and blind, and I can see through the eyes of Pepe while it's flying around. So I'm going to make it do a loop, and then I'll be able to see if there's anything of value, like a chest or like anything around the perimeter that we may have missed.
If you
Can I-
throw an investigation because it'll still be using your
Yeah.
stats, so it's throw an investigation. You
Is
don't
it-
notice anything that hasn't been investigated or looked at as yet.
Is this a pile of poo next to me down here?
It is not.
Like you got
It's just
a
some
taste
rocks.
for it now, man.
Well,
That's just
I've
like,
got
mate, if you find a pile of shit, just get in there. There's loads of stuff to find. Like,
I know you like rolling in
It's like-
shit, but does anybody know these? Because I can't figure out anything whether there's anything of value on them.
what's that? Sorry, you broke up a bit there, Val.
Anyone want to do any checks on these animals, see if anyone else recognises them? Me and Zavorax couldn't tell.
And see if
Okay,
there's
what do I have to
anything
roll?
valuable.
A nature check.
Shit.
Oh!
Mate, these are fucking owlbears, mate. You not seen owlbears before? I know owlbears for days.
You know that the beaks and vocal cords are the most sought after part of them, other than the meat for
So
eating.
what we gotta get is we gotta get the beak and the vocal cords because they are worth money.
Okay, I'm going to try and harvest some of these motherfuckers.
Gamorph got 21 on the old
Okay,
harvesty.
so Gamorph manages to get 2 beaks and 2 vocal cords. Straz, were you aiming at anything particular?
A beak or a vocal cord.
Okay, you managed to.
Because I've got the eyes.
You've got 3 eyes, yeah.
Yeah.
You managed to fuck up getting the beak, but you do manage to get 1 vocal cord.
Nice.
Okay, I'll
So-
just keep hold of those, Joe, but we'll share the profits on those.
Well, it's a good job I got a really good memory.
Mastiff
has a terrible memory.
You can seem to remember what a owlbear is. Thought
Fucking
an
mate.
owlbear was the Fifth Musketeer, but
You
I think
spend
he's- I
you
think
spend a
he's
night with an
stuck.
owlbear, mate. You never forget.
No. Okay. Is this a goodish point to make a pause, Mo? Or is it like 5, 10, something else? Just because I probably could do with heading off.
Yeah,
shortly.
no, it's good. 'Cause you're just gonna go back to the druid, get your reward, and then continue on the path to the scrimmage.
Is
Yes.
Now's a
there-
good point. You've defeated the deadly battle that, according to the Dungeon Master Guide, should have at least killed 2 of you, but it failed. So it looks like I need to make it even more difficult.
Because we've got advanced strats, mate.
Yeah,
I think I
'cause we
managed
did-
to.
Because I don't know if you
Hit
noticed,
them.
but I just decided to hit them loads. Like,
I gave them disadvantage.
Yeah, to be fair, we did alright on some of the disadvantage, and then some of the beat all awesome.
We'll throw a few more things in the mix next time. See what comes out. I just don't want to go too far and kill you all.
Yeah.
yeah, but if you kill us all, then you can be like, "Oh, we've all woken up from a dream."
It was a hellish nightmare. Oh no!
Hellish nightmare on that long rest. Ooh, back to the long rest. Ooh.
Cool. So shall we say that we're camping here? Perhaps one of us goes to get the lady.
No, I think
And we'll just
well,
Because this is her cave, isn't it? Is this
no,
her...
it's safe to go back. She said the paths are safe once the trolls are being destroyed.
Yeah, but then if we stay here, we can just do a long rest here, can't we? And,
Yeah, we'll do it
and
here.
head off. And then when we turn on next
I
time,
think
we
Massive wants to get back to his lady love.
Yeah, can we go? Well, let's go have a
with
long
her.
rest there. Like, I found it very rejuvenating to be.
Well, you can do a rest here or back there, because Zavorex can always command his horse to lead everyone here, or you can go back to the waterfall in the open.
That's an
Forest.
amazing idea, voice in our head. Zavorax, send your horse off to get the lady. Bring her here.
Come
I'm
hither,
gonna-
Khan. Name's Khan, by the
I'm
way.
gonna make a nice bedded area up in the corner.
While still covered in shit after you've been digging in piles of it.
Yeah, but she's into nature stuff, so she's probably into scat. Fine.
It's true.
She loves it.
Okay. So yeah, she turns up. Wolfie turns up. Your horses are just stood outside. She hands over 750 gold as the bounty for the killing of the troll,
Nice.
and I'll do a big rest, and then we can continue on next time.
Nice. You might breathe in DG. The mic's so sensitive to you breathing on it.
Yeah, sorry. the
100,
dog moved.
150 gold each.
Cool,
Yeah, that
one
sounds
one
right.
150 each. Nice.
Cool. Okay. And then pause it there and head on to scrimmage next
Yeah.
time we play.
Yep.
Next sesh, good sesh, guys.
Good sesh, guys. Mo, could you meta tell us what the cloak was going to be in the chat or in the WhatsApp?
If he doesn't tell
Mo
us,
was
if
just
he doesn't
pulling
tell
my
us, it means we
leg.
can find it another time in another box.
I don't think you want to see Straz cry. Or do you?
Oh, no, no. Yeah. I
If
wanna
you
see.
don't tell us, have we got a chance of finding the cloak somewhere else?
There can be a chance of it re-emerging later on.
I'd say we don't know, and we've got a chance of finding it later.
I'm wearing a matted cloak on my back to remember my sin
you
state.
got to take it with you in your own way. If a box is already open, don't stick your sword in and whip it about. Like,
Yeah, man.
Very sad.
I bet it was fucking amazing.
Uh, it-
10,
it-
10
it-
extra spell slots.
It was
All
up
level.
Yeah.
there. It was up there. Well, it's like you know, most of your items, some of them are worth like coming up for about 6-7 grand. This was over the 10k mark. It was a super, like one of the best items you can get for now.
How's everyone? Everyone's getting these magical items. I need to start finding some magic shit. I've got these. Well, to be fair, actually, I've got these nice arrows.
How much of those
You
arrows
got,
cost?
and you got
if we
magic
could buy
bow,
more?
haven't you? You got a
Yeah,
plus
but
combo.
yeah, plus one bow. But I've got no jewelry.
You got
I
plus
am
one armor.
jewelless.
How much do those arrows
Yeah,
cost?
yeah,
you
but we
know?
don't tell people like
The
that.
fire
Huh?
arrows, they're about 20 gold a piece at fire arrows.
Oh, we should fucking stack up on them.
Yeah, I'll probably get some more of those next time I'm back in town. I've got
You
the
get
silver
different
ones.
types as well, like lightning, like acid, fucking.
You just got to find the right person to make them. That's what I've asked Mo.
Oh, does Mo not know how to make them?
And the dwarf's looking into it for me as well.
That's fine. Fair on. Yeah, we should definitely fucking get loads of them made.
Looking forward to using our feathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when I watched back the stream of you guys in the tower, when everyone was around, it would have been perfect to use your feather to turn into a big swan.
Oh, the boat. I didn't think of that.
Wait, how many feathers have we got?
You got one
We've
each.
got one each.
But I was not paying attention. I don't have a feather.
You
Typical
do.
barbarian.
Oh.
Everyone's got
Well, to
the
be
feather.
fair, it was at the end of the orc camp. We were all quite
Oh.
tired then.
Oh man, yeah, that was.
That was a slug
Is
and
it
a
a single-
half.
Is it a single-use item, the feather?
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But everyone's got one.
Well, are you just saving up XP points? No, we didn't get any Monday or today.
I can press the button.
That's better. I looked at how big the gaps are now, and it's going to be.
Oh yeah, the gaps are redunky donk.
How much do we need to get our next level?
I think it's 14k.
What? 15, I heard
And then
40.
I think so. It was 6.5 last time. Then you need 7,500 more to get to next level. Then 9,000 on top of that.
14, yeah, it's 14,000 to get to level 6.
And then 23 to get to level 7.
Yeah, because you're at 11,290 at the moment. So you're not that far off, really.
No,
we
I
went
think
to
another
level
session
5
like-
characters.
this
Another
cave
few
still
sessions
is
like
alright,
these,
innit?
yeah. Another
Yeah.
couple of sessions like we just had, and we'll be
Say,
level
'cause
6.
them trolls are worth quite a bit.
Yeah, throw some more
Were they
trolls.
level 5 characters? Is that how you doing? Matching us up to the levels?
Yeah, and there are other things you're meant to take into consideration. Like the more monsters of them, it's meant to times the difficulty. But whenever I times it, it just makes it super easy for you. So I might not bother timesing it anymore and see how that plays out in a fight.
I think we've got a pretty good team, to be fair. Yeah.
It would be even better if I had a lovely new robe.
That cost 10,000. That cost more gold than we've acquired so far.
Something
Yeah.
tells me that this is going to be with me for a while now.
You're not allowed near any boxes anymore.
After he just said it's untrapped, it's not locked.
Whack, whack, whack.
I was literally playing with my sword. I was just like, man, I didn't get to use this thing.
Because the trolls are worth
holy water.
1,800 XP each of trolls.
Ooh,
Obviously
nice.
divided by 5, but even so,
Yeah.
they're a good chunk of XP.
Nice, cool, good sesh, guys. Sort out next, but I'm assuming it'll be Monday.
More than likely, I'd imagine.
Indeed.
Cool. If I don't speak to you before, have a good birthday on Saturday, Joey.
Well, thank you very much. I've got loads planned. I'm going to
Paint the
Stay
town
in.
red.
Do you play Warzone when you're playing COD? Or are you always on the multiplayer, the normal campaign stuff?
normally just do normal hardcore like headquarters and search and destroy. But we can jump in for a bit of the old Warzone. I'm not opposed to it.
Maybe
Are
I'll
you playing on PC then?
dabble.
Yeah, but you can cross-play, so you can play. You
Yeah,
can play
yeah.
with people on console.
Yeah,
Also,
loads
You'll have to drop us your Activision
and things, so
ID,
magic.
or whatever it
I
is.
shall put it in the group.
Splendid. Splendid. Cool. Cheers, guys. Awesome. And
Good
I'll
game.
see you all soon.
Indeed. Catch you later.
Later.
Yeah.
Ah.
Oh, there we are, stream. A short and sweet one. Got a bit of shit done. Killed some trolls. I need to step the game up, make things a bit more difficult, because yeah, that should have been a lot tougher with them trolls, but it wasn't easy. I've just been gifted a beer, which is beautiful. So yeah, I'll put up on the schedule next time we're on, but it's more than likely going to be Monday from 8. Thanks a lot for stopping by, and I shall catch you all later.